Big up to all those in YouTube land. Blues Brothers episode 64. Joao is the man. And because we got a Joao, we needed a JPT. And we needed a JK. And we needed a Wolfie. And we're all here. So let's get started. Big up to all those in YouTube land. JPT, my brother, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. I've my hair's all. I've just realised my hair in the camera's just messed up completely, brother. I've got the kind of Jax from Sons of Anarchy going on at the back there. It's all frizzy and fluffy at the back. I don't care, man. The house has been rebuilt. We've been tidying up and doing all shopping and stuff like that. So sorry, I don't care about my hair is at the moment. I'll have a shower after, y'all. So I'll have to sort it out. How's things in world of you?
Busy. I'm just finding some free time today. But yeah, it just surprised up and down week, man. Especially with Chelsea. And
Bro, I'm telling you, my prayers are being answered. Spurs are gonna get relegated. Spurs are for the drop. Spurs are gonna go down. You know what, Arsenal fans? I would forgive you winning the league if Spurs were to get relegated this year as well at the same time. I'm praying that happens.
Can you imagine? Wait, how big is their stadium? 100,000 or 80,000? Can you imagine the championship?
Beyonce's going championship, bro. Lady Gaga is going to the championship.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean? They're one of the most advanced stadiums, and you playing a championship, son, and you got relegated to that after you built it. How about that? Jesus Christ! But yeah, it's been a weird one for us over the last couple of weeks. Total disgrace against Arsenal, cheating bastards. I got a lot of Arsenal friends, man, but that was pure filth. The game before against Arsenal the other day, man, that was just. Oh, I don't know what to describe that. We weren't exactly good, but damn. Elbows flying, people getting drop kicked, man, like riot, Hayukin people. Like all that kind of thing. Like yesterday game against Villa, I expect us to get spanked. We absolutely cane them. I don't know what happened to Villa yesterday in that second half, bro. Like they were just leaving. They look like us. The way they were defending, just leaving all the space and the wide options, man. Garnacho was all over there. Bro, I'll tell you what, yeah, big up Gusto yesterday, bro. Do you see, right? You see when Gusto set up that first goal, right? And that's how Garnacho was trying to play for the right, and then right at the end he got it right.
Exactly. You know finally got his assist.
Because Reece James was pinging him in off the right-hand side. Gusto was pinging him in off the right-hand side. It was a pleasure to watch, man. They're overloading the wide positions. Villa couldn't do anything about it, to be honest. If that game had gone on longer, we would have scored more goals. They were unlucky with the Ollie Watkins second goal, because if they'd gone 2-1 up, who knows? But, that wasn't how it was to be. A bit of housework. DJ Crane in the building. Oh, he says. Partner in crime on Watch Alongs. Big up, Stepsy. How you doing? Well, big up Wolfie, JK, and JPT. Big up yourself, brother, as always. If that dead football cannot win the league, bro, it is going to win the league, I think. Because everybody else is playing football just as crap.
Mm-hmm.
Aruba, 2 of the 3 amigos are on stream. Yep. As you can see, the 3 amigos. I can't do it right now. I'm not out for full view of camera to do it. Xavi Simmons, instead of Tuesday night at Liverpool, he will be typing at Lincoln. Yeah, that's true. That's bro. I bet you that was he dreamed of playing Championship football, Champions League football. He ended up playing Championship football. Ain't that a bitch? Talking about you're doing the opposite of what you promised. Never mind. But before we get into that, I want to hear what JK and JPT's opinions are on this one. It's been a little while now since Leon Rosamelli has become our manager. And he keeps on saying about things like, we need to work on set pieces, we need to do this, particularly after the Arsenal game. There was another game as well before that where he said someone should have been marking somebody because we knew their best header of the ball and we didn't do nothing about it. And that particular person, who hasn't been named, obviously, because he was supposed to be about team performance, but he said people weren't doing their jobs. And from what I've seen, they're still not doing their jobs. So if this guy knows what's wrong but can't cure it, is he still the right man to do the job, or does he have to try and find other means? I want to hear your take on it. And big up Ro as well. Hope you're good as well, sweetheart. What's your take on the situation, JPT?
Um, to first start off with the game, I mean, yeah, set pieces again. That's our kryptonite. As much as it's quote unquote boring, which it might be a little anti-football, but you know what? They said the same thing about Jose's parking the bus tactics was anti-football, haram ball, whatever they want to call it. But you know, you can't dismiss Arsenal's defense. It's been good. It's been really good. So if all they need to do is just rely on their defense and then just have the attack get set pieces, corner kicks, it might as well be a penalty. We play for penalties too. Let's not pretend like remember that Sterling, Joao, it almost looked like they would drop at a touch of a feather, and we have Cole Palmer, ready to bag one in the net. So if it happens, it happens. Spurs, wow, yeah, 80,000 seater stadium, ready to sell out to Preston North End. Guys said that had a was it Pawn Stars moment where they got the meme of the guy is like, I want this and that, and I want to get paid, $1,000. Best I can do is this. Like he wants Champions League football. Best I can do is championship. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Spurs, and hopefully, to Mrs. Wolfie as well. The way they've been looking, they might avoid. This is the greatest escape we might be seeing right before our eyes. And with their list is coming up, I just want to say that first because
Yeah, that
this is
you're trying to get your hopes up.
I know.
no, no, it isn't. It is happening. Look at the run. Look at the run. You got West Ham coming. You have Burnley coming. You have Leeds coming. You have Spurs going for the drop. It can happen.
Win against the ones we need to, and win against the ones we don't need to.
But the funny thing is, at the minute, like because you guys have got like 2 draws and 2 wins, you guys are one of the form teams in the Premier League at the minute. You know that.
So at the bottom of the table, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, if he's right, if you could win another 3-4 games, you might scare the crap out of a lot of people, including Spurs.
I mean,
he's got a point.
They beat Liverpool, and they're going to prove it again tomorrow. That wasn't luck.
Mathematically, it's possible. Mathematically, and I hate to sound like mathematically it is possible, but it's a long shot them getting out of it, isn't it?
It
really
is possible. God
Yeah,
makes it
it's
possible.
It's possible, but
Not likely.
not likely. Yeah, exactly. It's Haley's Comet time.
Rosie, put a bet on it. Wolves surviving relegation. Do it now. I noticed her gambling self is going to be doing it, but
Yeah, I noticed her bet with Tony as well about the Arsenal winning the league. Why $41 though? Where did the one come
It's
from?
£41. It was a certain amount of dollars.
Oh, was it 41?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But either way, when I saw the one, I was just thinking. But yeah, what's your thoughts on Liam Rosaneri identifying the flaws, not naming names, but knowing what the issues are?
I mean, the main thing really is the discipline issue. I mean, yeah, set pieces we need help defending with, but that's nothing new as well because we become stagnant, especially with our back line. Fofana can be really good, really bad at times. Big up Miss Molina. I know she's happy.
Big up now.
Wanting to place for her.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, set pieces, yeah, from corner kicks. I mean, we are terrified. Now, how we only lose to Arsenal by 1 goal when it comes to set pieces is I would say sheer luck. But I think that's just the Derby side coming out. But main issue, discipline, because we're on course of breaking the red card record. We're 2 away from tying, and we have plenty of games left, so it can be done. And then besides that,
Yeah, we're still in with a chance of breaking the record. We can still make it.
we can still do it. So not only we're gonna
Thank you, Mel.
Arsenal's gonna might win the league. Now they're gonna see their rivals break a red card record, and then their rivals across the street facing the drop. But Liam, again, same thing. He's not the solution, but he's not the problem. It's just as long as he does well enough to keep us in contention for Champions League football, they're gonna keep him. And even if he doesn't do that, they got Gary O'Neill ready to jump to the bridge. Being that he's at Strasbourg, it's funny to see too that supposedly Felipe Luis was in consideration for the Chelsea job, but then once they told him he was supposed to go to Strasbourg as part of the model, or the structure. He said hell no, and I think now he's without a club. But what could have been? Because as much as whether people have good memories of him or not, he was still part of the club, and so was a highly rated sign when he joined, but just didn't work out the way it did. But I don't think Liam's gonna do anything. He's not gonna fix anything. He's not gonna get the players he needs. We're just gonna be again someone babysitting these kids.
Okay. What's your feeling then, JK, on the same subject, bro? How do you think Leon Rosanaire has equipped himself? The fact he seems to be identifying the problems we are in terms of the set pieces and stuff, but still not quite getting it right. What's your take?
First of all, big up the chat. Sorry for the delay, guys.
Man.
I just came back, whatever, from the gym and everything. But yeah, it's long. But yeah, about Rosanero and everything. As I said, he's not been my favorite candidate. And if I'm gonna be honest, and I still don't think with this manager we're gonna go anywhere. But is it his fault? As JP said, he said a lot of things that I agree with. Like, no, I mean, there's nothing much to say anymore other than to blame the owners. I mean, I can go on about how this, that, and the other, but I'm getting a bit tired now. If you get what I'm saying, we all know what the ownership is. We all know what the model is. I mean, what's the point? What I can do is just look at the performances on the pitch at the moment. If I'm going to be honest with you, and even look at the manager as well. If you look at it, um, Rosinha, I'm not going to dig him too much. I mean, he's just got here. And to be fair, my expectations were never high for him, anyways. So, especially when you have a couple of players, and if you look at it logically, with the Arsenal game, we really didn't play that bad. At the same time, we didn't play that bad. But what annoyed me again is the stupid errors when it comes to the corner kicks. It's little moments like
Hmm.
that. That's the issue. And this is where you look at the whole squad. And I'm not going to go at the board and owners, but at the same time, I'm going to talk about some of these players that I think people are overrating. Wesley Fofana, I don't want anyone to defend him again. He's just not good enough. Like seriously, we can say he's got the odd game there, but let's be honest. Wesley Fofana is only good when you bring him on. That's it. And if I'm gonna be honest, he's been acting more of a fullback ever since some of our fullbacks have been injured. He's been better going forward. And even if you look at the sort of player he is, at Leicester, he was more of a wing back, anyways, a right wing back. If you look at it, he wasn't normally. And this is where my thing comes in. Like Fofana, if this is not me just scapegoating him, I know there's so many players to go through, but I know he didn't play against Arsenal. But then, if you look at it as well, like if you look at the player like Fofana is, like he's been a back three player. Brendan Rodgers played the back three with him. If you look at
Yeah, I
it,
was just about to say that. Yeah, he had
that's the
he wasn't
thing.
a centre back. He wasn't a right back. He was a mixture of the two roles.
He was never a back two player. And if you look at it, Leicester also like to play a lot in transition. That's just how Brendan Rodgers like to play. So you need to look at the sort of profile that these players are. For me, going forward, I'd like to see Mamadou Sarr and Chalobah. For me, I felt like although Mamadou Sarr did start against Arsenal, but for me, like Mamadou Sarr really played well for
Oh yeah.
for a player to start. He played really really well for a first start. And if I'm gonna be honest, he had me shocked with the way he was tackling some of these, not Martinelli but Trossard. The way he handled Trossard well, I'm like, I was looking like what is that? Is that a centre back? I'm like, what? I'm like, how comes he's playing so well? He's better than the rest of the other centre backs other than Chalobah, if you get what I'm saying. So if you look at it as well, like you need to analyze these sort of players, like and also Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, as people just don't like him as well. I think he's been a most important player when it comes to
Yeah, bro,
attacking
in the
wise.
Villa game, yeah, he ran that game yesterday, to be honest, and the way he got that assist for as well for Joao Pedro second, it was quite clever.
Yeah,
So
and if
Should
I'm
have
gonna
got
be
a,
honest,
should have a couple
Enzo,
assists.
I
yeah,
think
go
with
on.
Enzo, right, on that one, I'm not trying to interrupt JK, but I think with Enzo, he's still carrying the hate from the beginning of the season over when certain comments were made that me and JPT covered many moons ago about being, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Once you get tarred with a certain brush. Now, to be honest, actually, speaking on that myself, I've actually been very pleased with Enzo Fernandez this
Mm.
season. He's contributed. He fights. He can leave Caicedo alone and isolated sometimes, but I think that's why when you look at maybe this is where Liam's system helps him out a little bit, where he's the one in front of the other two. he doesn't need the other two exposed anymore, and I think that's why he's done it. But I think pushing out, big up to TT in the building as well. Big up to you. But I
Yeah,
think the way he pushes Palmer, because for me, Palmer's not a wide player. And that's the only problem I would have right now. That Palmer is never going. I think that's why Joao Pedro is shining in this system, and Cole Palmer's not. I know he can play off the right, and it leaves him free to cut in. But yeah, with Enzo though, I think he's found a position where he doesn't sacrifice too much of the team defensively when he goes forward anymore. So I think he's really coming to his own. Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah, people can say it's systematic, but then you can also make the case he was also firing under Maresca as well, because Maresca gave him that role to also, let's say, crash the box. If I'm going to be honest, hence why we did get annoyed with him when it was about leaving Caicedo, open on his own on an island. But then if you look at it, the only two, let's say, midfielders that can stabilize the team well in a pivot would be Lavia and Caicedo playing together. But at the same time, Lavia's been injured, so he's kind of unreliable, and he's most likely going to go in the summer. Obviously, I don't want that, but the the game's the game, innit? But at the same time, I think there's some players I think in this squad that have done really well and have improved, as we spoke about Enzo Fernandez, and but then there's Cole Palmer. I know he scored against Aston Villa, but I don't know what's going on. I feel like he doesn't want to be here. I said it on the group chat. He's not a bad player. I just think he doesn't want to be here, in my opinion. I know. Listen,
That's why I mentioned the
I know
system.
people can be a theory.
A bit.
People say this is a theory, but I know when a player doesn't want to play. I know in Cole Palmer's character, he just doesn't want to be here. Like, he can have the odd good game there and there, but even when we were attacking, that Arsenal game really disappointed me. That really doesn't
I didn't get a chance to watch that game, so you'll have to let me know.
If you'd watched it, there's so many attacks. The reason why the attack did not function was solely on him. So it was solely on him. He gets the ball in a counter-attack. Enzo Fernandez is pushing up. Everyone is pushing up. Arsenal look vulnerable. They're literally three on that. But then Kopama doesn't win. No, he doesn't want to make the pass. He's so selfish. He's passing back. He's running back. Bro, this is a player I know. This is a player. This is someone. This is not me saying sell him, but he's probably gonna get sold anyways. I don't think he's happy here. Like, this is a player that I see. He doesn't want to play for the team. And everything. People can say the goal, this, that, and the other. But the issue with Chelsea fans is this. They can talk about Saka, they can talk about Mo Salah, this, that, and the other, Bruno Fernandes, this, that. But when we go to Cole Palmer, this is when people, no, this nonsense, stop it. No, you have to hold him accountable as well. This is the issue with some Chelsea fans. He's been poor. I don't care if he's got this amount of goals. This season and last season, he has been poor.
Well, he's been injured a lot.
When he's going to turn up and play for the team, no one is talking about him. This is the issue. And if I'm going to be honest, the times he was injured, we were playing better. Call me a hater or you. Listen, we were playing better when he was.
When I watched the Villa game yesterday, all the good attacks, he wasn't involved in them. When you look at all the goals, he's not involved in any of them.
He was still poor against Villa.
He just got a goal.
I don't care. He just got a goal. He's been poor this season. And if you look at it, if you look at the way Maresca was playing, the reason why we had that run and the reason why we were scoring goals, Cole Palmer was not there. But when he came in, you saw a clear regression in the way we attack and we play Route 1 football. He's too slow. Why can't you just release the ball? Joao Pedro makes a run. He doesn't want to give him the ball. I know Garnacho is not rubbish, but I feel like the team has this tendency to not pass to Garnacho, even if he's in dangerous position. I understand he's not good, but at the same time, he's in a dangerous position. Sometimes, if it's stuff like this, and let me just not get too mad. Let me not get annoyed. And then there's Pedro Neto. This one. Listen, there's a reason why we played well without him when he was a red card. The problem is with him, even when he's on the pitch, it feels like you're playing with 10 men already. On the right-hand side, he's losing the ball constantly. Constantly, he runs at defenders. Bro, Like, come on, man. I understand. Listen, I understand. There's horrible players in this team, but I'm calling up players that no one wants to talk about. That's the issue. Because this is how I do. This is how I operate. Sometimes you can mess around once, twice, but the third time, I'm not going to allow it respectfully. And it's going too long. It's going too long without talking about these players. People say I'm scapegoating this, then the other, Resenia this, Resenia. Can we just get our can you get our mind off the manager for a minute? What do you expect? He came in and he wanted the job. You know, he knows he's gonna take the Chelsea job. Like, but at the same time, look at these players. Look at some of the players that we expect to step up. Why are they not stepping up? Is it not what? Isn't that what? Isn't that not what? Isn't this not what we want from our top players to step up when we need them? So yeah, that's what I have to say. I understand we
Well,
won against Villa, but then the issue is this: the consistency in this team is like it's incredible. It's incredibly bad. Like, I don't even know Newcastle. I know they won against. I know they don't have a good record at Stamford Bridge, but who's to say they won't get a draw? That's my issue. And it's always the home games. It's always the home games. You think I'm not gonna? You think I'm gonna forget about Burnley? You think I'm gonna forget about Leeds?
Leeds
That's
twice.
the issue. This is why I'm saying we've been going too long without streaming. I'm telling you because
well, hang on. Let me chuck this over to TT. Big up to you, brother. Listen, do
big
you
up Ty,
agree with
man.
JK? Do you agree with JK there? Is Palmer now detrimental to a team he was once the star of? And I'll ask JPT that in a minute. Like, what's your take on it? Like, on this whole Palmer situation? And I'll come to Joao Pedro in a minute because he's really the only star of this team at the moment. So, because I want to talk about him as well, because I'm not being funny. That Villa game yesterday showed how good he was, to be fair. When you look at the types of finishing that guy was doing, he was doing little chips, little place shots.
Second one was great.
Bruv, that second one, bruv, I'm not even gonna lie. The way he chipped that ball, it was just a subtle chip, but he chipped it enough, and it was quite gorgeous. So, TT, you there, bro? Because I can see you're on mute. Because if not, I'll just go to JPT first. TT, oh there he is. Big up.
I don't know if it's me, but my connection is acting up massively.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. I didn't hear a large part of what you said. I heard you say Pedro and then I heard Palmer,
Well, put it
but
this way, right?
I didn't know. I
Well,
didn't hear the question.
well, well, the question was, following on from JK's point, is Palmer now affecting the team badly? What's your take on it? Because you're a tactical analyst.
I think Cole. I think well, the statistics don't lie. When Palmer wasn't in the team and we had to find solutions, the team was moving a bit more fluid. What I've noticed with Palmer in recent games is that in terms of the quick passes that he'll be able to do, or the low efforted passes that people were loving from him, he hasn't been able to do those. It seems like he's always hesitating these days, especially when he's taking shots. So I think he's having a period of the season where he's really not really allowing for better fluidity or movement of the ball at a quicker pace. Um, I think Palmer is
Oh,
suffering
Anthony.
from
Fatigue?
yeah. I was trying to find the word, but I got stumped. Um, because the reality is, even last season he was having this issue, so it's not like it's a this season issue. I've been seeing that lots of people were fooled by the way in which the season ended for him with the Conference League final contribution, and then of course the Club World Cup. But he had a very poor season last year overall. But of course, the statistics in terms of assists and all that made it look good. But he was having the exact same issues before. So I wouldn't say it's a system thing. It's more of a personal thing, and physique issue, because he's second guessing himself. So it's not like it's an application where he's being utilized out of position because he's getting into those areas despite being a free roaming sort of attacking midfielder or attacker. So I don't know. It's a strange one, but I just want to briefly say that I don't agree with the thing with about Neto. I don't think it's entirely true, but that's my opinion, and I respect the opinion of anybody who disagrees. I just don't think that is actually the case.
What would you say about Neto?
If you analyze, and of course I don't like to use this because not because one player does it and they do it okay-ish means that it's satisfactory. But if you look at all the wingers that we have, the only player that has been tasked, not just under the former coach but also under Rosenio, is Neto to do that defensive work. He's like that additional wing back. And as much as people will be very frustrated, because I was frustrated when he got that red card against Arsenal, the reality is he's the only winger who's willing to do that in terms of dropping deep, trying to keep up with them and as the attacker
Yeah,
himself.
tracking. Yeah,
Um,
tracking.
you, you're right. 'Cause you don't see Garnacho. Garnacho will slightly do that recently because he's fighting for a spot. Because he did it against Aston Villa. He was trying to fight for the ball and he was getting fouled a lot. But Neto is the only one who would drop deep and be like a supporting wing back. I know that's not the actual role, but he's like a wing back. He drops deep, he supports it, and then he tries to do it. The issue with him is his distribution, which I think JK mentioned. His distribution has been poor. He's losing the ball. But in terms of what he offers, other than scoring goals, he does the dirty work, which not many wingers that
Big
we
up, Mark.
have do. And as I said, not because he does it and nobody else does it, it means that whatever he does is right because he made a poor decision. And the reality is he's a quick player. So even looking back at the Arsenal game with the fact that he just slid in, I think it was more of an unlucky situation. He tried to win the ball. I don't think he did it to say that, oh, I'm going to try to stop him in terms of prevent him from going forward. I think it was aiming for the ball, but the reality is he got the player and not the ball. So he
Mhm.
picked up another yellow card. So I don't know. I just think that Neto, in terms of what he offers in the Club World Cup as well, similar to Palmer, I think you can see that the capability is there. It's just a matter of consistency, which we have an issue with all players. Consistency is a big issue with a lot of those attackers. Barring Pedro, we since Rosenia's come in, he's been very impactful, and I see that that's the title of it. That Joao is the man, and as you said, you're gonna speak about him, so I'm not gonna jump the gun there, but yeah, the consistency is a
No,
big
no.
issue.
What I'll do before I get on to Joe, because it is a positive subject. I just want to quickly ask JPT about what he thinks about the Palmer and Neto situation. Obviously, because you both, JK yourself, have both alluded to it. For me, to be honest, when you look at what happened in that Arsenal game with Neto in itself, I'll sum it up with one sentence: Arsenal did worse and got a lot less for it. So, because I'm not being funny, like they, I will. It's one of those games. It's not really that much of a big deal to cry about, but when you look at what was happening, if that happened to Arsenal, they would have been whining about it all week long. Like same thing with Liverpool. I'm not being disrespectful to any Arsenal fan that watches this, but if we got that penalty and something else had happened, or think because isn't denying a goal scoring opportunity in the box an automatic red card now as well? So it would have made it interesting if that penalty was given and Declan Rice not even having the ball on the line. But it's by the by though. That doesn't cover up how bad we were because they scored our goal. So what I mean. But in contrast to that, with the Villa result, like I want to hear what JPT's got to say. Like, is Palmer? Do you reckon his heart's not in it anymore? Do you reckon he's dejected? Like TT's saying. What do you think the Palmer problem is, and what do you think was Neto? Was it harsh or stupid by Neto? You know what I mean? Like, what's your take? JPT?
Talk about the
Yeah,
Neto
the Neto
red
thing.
card.
Yeah, the Neto and the Palmer thing.
Palmer, could be a mix of that. I won't say homesick, but because I think it was I said it earlier, Stepsy, but I think it's more so that one, he's still playing that at 100% healthy. I think it might be a system thing, not just from Liam Rosenyor's system or Maresca system, because I think both JK and TT said the same thing where this was something all the way from back from the season before. I mean, he had his best season under Pochettino. If anyone else disagrees, I just let me know. Um, where he had like more freedom, and I think that's where he would be best suited for. Maybe like I mean, if all things considered, like with PSG coming up with our next, was it round of 16? Um, he was playing on the right, and I know you don't agree with him being on the right, but I think we do need to have either have Palmer play on the right or play with the midfield three with Enzo, Moy, and either James or Santos. Something that'll just give Enzo more freedom to because as you mentioned, he was finding good spaces, good passes. He just needs time, and he has to play. I always say he needs to have that Regista role where he just to be a ball distributor, but he does need protection around him, which for Moy and Santos or even Asugo whenever he comes back healthy. Lavia, good luck with getting him off the hospital bed. It's so we'll see what he does, but I don't think he's more so that his heart's not in it, but I think he's willing or more accepting that this ownership is just going to keep holding the squad back, the club back, and his future. In fact, back. It is World Cup season. Everyone's fighting for a spot, and right now, even if he's playing as for the right side, he has to face or compete against Saka. I'm not sure because, and I don't mean to sound racist, but nowadays, like I can't. You'll see a guy named with like Emiliano Sanchez Paco, and he's an American player. So, is Eze part of the England squad, or is he French, or I have no idea.
Whatever team he can get in, I imagine.
Well, if
Those
he's
two
English, then he
nationality
can play
ones
in
are
the
funny,
10
bro.
role.
Those dual national. Many Englishmen have played for Wales because of that. And trust me, like that dual
Exactly. Now
nationality.
it used to be something like easier, so you can say like with the name of like we were just talking about Joshua Kimmich. No one's gonna say like, oh yeah, that's a Brazilian. That's straight Germany, maybe Austrian, but now, but now you can have like someone with my name,
Yeah,
but like yeah, no, I'm proven.
you're not gonna think someone called Hans Dolber is Mexican. Yeah, he.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of proof, we even have a Danish player in our squad. He wasn't good enough to play for Denmark, but he immigrated to Peru. Damn immigrant. But it's gonna be interesting to see if where he's gonna land if he finds a spot in that England squad because they are heavy favorites or not. I won't say heavy favorites, but one of the bigger favorites.
Morgan Rogers has dipped off, so he's lucky in that regard because Morgan Rogers was atrocious against us yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, most of Villa was. I mean, the fact that should have been a three,
Their
maybe
goal
4
was good though.
game.
Did you see that back heel though? That little flick, that their first goal was good. I thought, oh crap, and then they just fell apart.
It almost looked like whose goal was it? Was that Gibbs White who had that back heel against City?
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful one. Yeah, I see that one. Yeah,
that might.
Was it Gibbs? When he fully did the 360,
Yeah.
didn't he? Yeah, playing like him, he was moonwalking.
And then Neto, to speak in regards to Neto, I would say, yeah, he is more now responsible for the defensive work, which I think TT had mentioned. He both of which Neto and Palmer that looks like they are second guessing themselves when it comes to counterattacks and um, getting through balls to our attack, holding up, ruining the counterattack and the flow of what's happening. It's almost like they're instructed. I think they're instructed to do so because it's almost seems harder to like hold the ball back, pass the ball backwards when you have Garnacho, Joao Pedro up front running, and you're for some reason waiting up or holding the ball for way too long. Palmer, when he had more freedom, I think he would have made that pass and without having to think. Neto, I don't know. So he is becoming very, very inconsistent, and JK called that out from the start, which is a shame because it seemed like he was like almost a reliable player to fall back on because he was one of our more experienced players. I think he's 25, 26, which you wouldn't think that's old, but compared to these group of teenagers, um, it is some type of leadership in the front. But I want to see what that charge from the FA is. I'm not sure if it went through or not, but I saw something about that earlier. So we'll see what happens with him.
Send
Either way,
Harry Maguire to prison. Send Harry Maguire to prison. He deserves it. He got convicted.
that was actually official. I remember Stepsy saying something about it, but I'm not sure. Dang. Slabhead, protect that
Send
butt
him
in jail, bro.
Take him to jail. Lock him up.
Wait. Sorry. Did you say Maguire is going to jail? Maguire is going to jail?
Well, I said
What?
Maguire should go to jail. He got caught. Did you see the list of charges that I think it was the Greek government like come up with against him, bro? It was ridiculous. Like assaulting people. Like he got like a 15-year suspended sentence, bro. It was mad, bro. If that was anybody else, he would have been lynched. I'm telling you.
He used, to,
That's
he used to go to Shawshank and fight off the sisters.
I remember the first time I laid my eyes on Harry Maguire. He was a funny looking man when you looked at him. Very quiet, big head.
Wait, guys, just quick question. Was it from the fight he had in Greek in a bar or something?
Yeah, and he assaulted a police
Oh,
officer as
okay.
well.
But
Hang
why
on,
did it take that long to charge him?
because he's a footballer, bruv, and the same reason why it's taking so long to charge Man City with 115 charges, bruv, because of lawyers.
Or
Hang on,
the Diddy case.
I'll let you know the full lowdown in a minute. 1 minute.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with them too. But that's all. I mean, we have Esteval coming back soon, hopefully. I didn't even know that he was injured. I thought it was just for he had the family emergency. We'll see what
Nah, I
happens with
feel bad
Gaines.
for Esteval, man.
Wait, hey, listen to this.
Did he
Listen to
lose
this.
his mum or something?
I think something.
Yeah,
I think his dad was sick.
I think someone in his family was actually died. I think it was like his auntie or something when he was
Oh,
when he
okay,
was
cool.
away
Because
last month.
I'm hearing too many things. I'm hearing mum, this, that, the other.
Hang on, here you go. Harry Maguire, right? He's been handed a 15-month suspended sentence by a Greek court over an incident in Mykonos in August 2020. The Manchester United centre-back faced allegations of non-serious assault. Well, I think that's down to the opinion whoever he's assaulting, don't you think? Resisting arrest and attempted bribery.
Wow.
I don't know why, lads. I got like when he said he was in Mykonos, I got that idea of the in-betweeners. You know, like Richard, yeah, boys. Richard, you right? Yeah, you got 20 euros, 15. Like you got to bribe the police. Like so, this guy tried. So he tried to beat up and arrest an officer. He beat up one of their locals and tried to bribe one of their feds. And somehow, someway, this guy only got 15 months suspended. Jesus Christ! If that was any of us, bro, they would have like. We would. Oh, that would have been us.
He's
Like,
he's gonna get.
Zuma,
sorry.
Zuma got charged for kicking a cat. So
Well, this is what I'm.
Man hates
I
pussy.
forgot about that. Jesus Christ! But right, on to forget that man. That was just a joke bit. Like, forget that Man United defender, and let's talk about one of our own. Now, I think JK mentioned it earlier on. I have to give Chalobah special props for yesterday. Now I know he's an up-down defender as well, but I think he was actually very, very good yesterday. That little step in, you see when he stepped in front of Ollie Watkins to take the ball off of him. That was quite the way he strung him off. That just stand in front. That was quite good, man. I was actually
Wolfie, you know my thing with Chalobah, Chalobah's performance are always good. Not always, but if I'm
Most of
gonna
the
be
time.
honest, most of the times, I feel that the player next to him is the one that F's up all the time. Whether it's Wesley Fofana, whether it's Tosin, whether it's Badia Shield. This is the thing. I feel like Chalobah also kind of saves the defense sometimes. And these chances that we're getting a lot, let's say at home, these counter attacks, he's the one that he's winning the one-on-one tackles a lot. If I'm gonna be honest. Um, I feel like he's been our best centre back this season, and I think he's our best centre back. I think you can make the debate between Chalobah and Levi Cole because they're both good, and they both developed a good relationship thanks to Maresca. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like Chalobah's the best centre back at the moment. Um, at this moment, he's had his ups and downs, but if I'm gonna be honest, like the most consistent one, Chalobah, and if you're going to pair anyone with Chalobah, like if you're gonna have a centre back pairing at the moment at Chelsea, Chalobah has to be there. He is the most experienced centre back we have. He's won the Super Cup, he's won the Club World Cup, the old one, and this one as well. He's done. He was there even there in Roman era. So yeah,
Yeah,
go on.
Yeah, him and Nathaniel Chalobah as well. His brother. They were both around. T.Y. who's popped in and popped out. Yeah, fair enough. What's your thoughts on Chalobah, TT? What do you think about him so far?
Chalobah reminds me of the set of players that I love to call players with the bozo gene, because he has the bozo gene. So sometimes, I agree with JK. He is the most experienced centre back that we have at Chelsea. Well, Tosin has experience, but he has the experience of being relegated. So I don't know if that's good experience. Um, but yeah, that's experience
That's
nonetheless.
experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it is experience. Yeah, what an experience it is to get relegated. It's a
Pro
very
League as
unique
well.
experience. Very unique
Brother, if
experience.
it's good enough for Spurs, it's good enough for anybody else, all right?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
I
But
mean, that
yeah, I
Grealish
mean,
had experience of relegation, but now look at him.
yeah. But yeah, Chalobah has to be there because we don't have any better option. Because I think Chalobah is one of those options where he's all right, but you can always improve upon. But yeah, he has the bozo gene. So sometimes he'll have moments like what he had against Villa, where he was able to uh to get Ollie Watkins off balance, and of course let the shot that he eventually took of course go astray. So it really is. It depends on what Chalobah shows up, but he has the bozo gene because he can, similarly to any other centre back that we have, give the ball away as well. He can get dispossessed easily. He can try to make a tackle, and he can also lead to giving away some costly free kicks. But yeah, as JK said, I think you'd have to have him as one of the starting centre backs. The only question is who should start alongside it, because Fofana isn't as experienced at Chelsea, and overall in the Premier League, because he's been injury prone for the good 7 years or 6 years that he's been in England. So it's an iffy situation. Mamadou Sarr is still adapting to the league, and he hasn't really gotten much chances otherwise to really make mistakes or probably learn from those mistakes. He played against Arsenal. I don't think he was horrible against Arsenal. I think he was one of the brighter players, but of course the performance defensively wasn't bad even against Arsenal. So it was just about those little instances. It was about the attack that really let us down against Arsenal. But anyways, yeah. Long story short, Chalobah is one of those few players that we can really trust to have some level of consistency, but he does have that bozo gene.
I agree with Ty. I agree with Ty because then it also kind of proved Stepsy's point. He's the best out of a bad bunch. So but at the same time, he's not too bad. But yeah, he has the bozo gene. To be honest, there were actually times this season that I've been frustrated with him so much. And if you remember, Ty, there were times where he just couldn't win a header when the ball bounced. And it annoyed me. So yeah, I get where you're coming from. I
Right,
do.
that's the one thing I have to say about any centre back pairing I've seen in the Premier League. When it comes to balls over the top, there ain't bruv, there's not a Premier League centre back pairing in this league right now that isn't vulnerable to balls over the top. Particularly us, Liverpool, even Arsenal to a degree, like because their defending isn't picture perfect. All right, they can defend better than most, but any ball. Why is it teams nowadays can't deal with balls over the top, bruv? Direct football. What is it?
I don't, because they don't practice it. That's something that people don't practice much anymore. It's more about ball to feet. It's not about how you deal with the. And the reality is sometimes you won't get the first ball, but the thing is, if the ball goes over the top, nobody goes for to try to get the second ball after that, because of course sometimes you miss the ball. You can misjudge the height of it and where it's going to land. So fine, but the reality is, as soon as they go over the top, boom, the team is just in behind, and you just trying to get back, and probably you may not even get back in time.
That and also I've seen a lot of centre backs want to. They're trying to get fouls from those. It's flipping annoying. If you remember
Bro, did you see
when
that Newcastle got a guy sent off for diving, bro? I never thought. I was like, you what? Yesterday he got sent off for diving.
because like Wolfie, you know the scenario where the ball bounces over the top of the, let's say, the back line, but then they wrestle to get the first header, But then the centre back always tries to, let's say, try and win a foul, but that's not always going to happen, and it's annoying. And I've seen it with some of our players as well, but it's happening a lot now. I feel like a lot of these centre backs want to win fouls, but that's not going to happen. As you said, like I think we've also talked about it, but defenders are getting very soft in today's day and age. I mean, the only centre backs defenders I can really say are the best in the world at the moment, I would say is Arsenal's. If I'm going to be honest, I mean,
Hmm.
and sorry not to credit Arsenal, but I know we kind of played all right, but at the same time, when I said if Arsenal win the league with this football, I'll respect it. I mean it, because I'm telling you, we got Mourinho'd last week. I'm telling you, we got Mourinho last week, and sorry to use Mourinho's name, but I'm sorry. That's what it reminded me of. If I'm going to be honest, when I was watching Chelsea, at least, it was like the teams come out back in the 14, 15 season when we won the league. It will be like teams will come out saying, wow, how did Chelsea play like this? This, that, and the other. We were the better team, but we still won the league. But this is how Arsenal are playing right now, if I'm going to
Hmm.
be honest. So I can hate it. I mean, I hate Arsenal at the moment. I really, really hate them. Like, I really, really hate them. But at the same time, I have to give them credit. I mean, this is the style of football. I mean, that actually wanted to win the league for like a long time. But it's about time a team has actually done it and gone away from this stupid possession based nonsense. And yeah, like it's all about the result. I know it's people can say it's not sustainable, but at the same time will tell. But we'll see.
Well, the
Wolfie,
thing
didn't I
is,
just say that
That's
earlier?
funny. That's funny. That is actually very funny.
well, the thing is, right? I think the problem is nowadays that a lot of clubs nowadays, when you look at West Ham, and we spoke about this as well, it's not just the league, bro. When you think about what teams find effective, right? When you look at it, the problem is nowadays all the teams are more or less the same bar mistakes. And what I mean by that is, Arsenal, they use a long throw. Other people use long throws because Arsenal use a long throw. Then they want to ban the long throw because it's not the kind of football they want to see. You know
Welcome
what I
to the
mean?
Premier League.
Yeah, exact. Well, set pieces. Everyone's trying to become set piece deadly experts. Going back to basics, I have absolutely no problem with the way Arsenal are playing. That's their style. But the one thing I will say is, when it comes down to football generally, a lot of teams over the last 3-4 years, you look at West Ham, Brighton, a couple of others, they've had managers where the grass is greener on the other side when it's not. Great example, West Ham 3 or 4 years ago were in Europe Conference League. They just won it. They sold Declan Rice, but they shouldn't have fallen apart because they wanted to part ways with Moisey, who they believe play inept football. And then when you swing in roundabouts 4 years later, it turns out that Moyes is the perfect kind of manager you want roundabout now, because set pieces, that kind of old school football is his style. And all of a sudden he's back in fashion again and he's top 10 with Everton. And you look at where West Ham are now. Says it all, really, doesn't it? Do better
You
syndrome.
see,
And the thing is,
Wolfie.
same thing with Brighton, with De Zerbi, us, Enzo Maresca,
Mm.
Man United when they had Almiron. Um, you know what I mean? Look at Liverpool fans. Slot just won on the league, and they were this close at the beginning of the season to turning on him. Like, oh, we want Slot out. Like, you know what I mean? All that rubbish. Forget the fact
Yeah,
the
you
guy
still
had to
do.
try and incorporate 500 mil worth of talent, and then one of
Mm.
them broke his leg. You know what I mean? I'll give you another example. Spurs. Look at Spurs, bro. Oh, my days.
Do you have
I
to?
have to say, nothing sums up Premier League turmoil better than Spurs. You got a guy who wins you a trophy. You should leave him there. You might as well give him another chance because you can't be any worse. And then the two guys you brought in to replace him so far have done far worse than what he did.
Mm.
So, you know what I mean? Like, look at Villa. Villa, another team like Unai Emery. Okay, he's a good manager. We can all agree on that. But realistically, he's not a top 3 man. Let's be
It's
real
not.
about this. If you look at Unai Emery's track record, it's in the middle. Like, it's, Europa League success. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person you could honestly say right now is a top manager, supposedly, who's always supposed to be a contender, is Pep. Everybody else is.
But then, Wolfie, you made a point that I want to address. Like, you spoke about teams portraying a style of play that they're not
Mm.
really used to as well. But this is why I saw something on Twitter that made me laugh. People call the Premier League the sheep league. You know, everyone follows what wins the title in that way. But at the same time, what Arsenal's shown is that you have to go back to your identity. That's the thing.
Yeah.
This is the whole issue with the Premier League, and this is why we've seen a decline. A lot of teams have gone away from their identity because they want us to copy a specific style. They saw it as a possession based football was good, was working and this, that, and the other. And next thing you know, City are dominating football with it. It's dominating the league with it. And now everyone wants to try it, get their own
Everybody
people
wants to
forcing
be like.
players. Yeah, it's like forcing players to do something that they're not. Now you're seeing left backs playing as midfielders. Then you see the wingers playing as, let's say,
Yeah, all
what,
the
wing
inverts, bro.
backs.
Yeah, Klopp and Pep brought the invert back. Yeah, you're right.
The goalkeepers are centre backs now. In what world? Playing centre backs? No. This is the issue. And and this is why, although I hate Arsenal, it will be kind of refreshing. It will be kind of like refreshing for the league to see, in a sense of like, a team has actually gone back to their identity and won with it. Arteta, let's be honest, when he first started this nonsense of this fast quick football, I know some Arsenal fans want it, but when he was starting this nonsense of fast quick football, they were talking about, the centre backs are too vulnerable. Hence why you saw Arteta buying centre back after centre back after centre back. But then he was kind of cooking when he was doing that, in a sense, because if you look at it, he was trying to go back to their identity of what Arsenal were, 1-0 to the Arsenal. They didn't have to play. Listen, they didn't have to play well. Back in those days, they didn't have to play well. They just got the win. That's what you have to do. This is it. It's a results-based business. It's not about how pretty
Hang on,
football
well, hang on a
looks.
minute. Hang on a
This, that,
minute.
and the
Hang
other.
on. I appreciate what you're saying, but the culture of playing attacking football has always been in Arsenal style, even from the 70s. So I appreciate what you're saying about going back to what
No,
you said
but
about
no, but
the George
Morpheus,
Graham type of
Did
style, where
George
you're just
Graham play
creating.
like? Did George Graham play? Did he play attacking football? He didn't.
No. Yeah, but don't forget that's not when Arsenal were in the heyday as well. Arsenal have had other managers, man, like Hugh Chapman and them lot. Don't
Oh yeah,
forget
of
Arsenal
course.
got
And then
history. Arsenal got
I
history.
understand, but if one style of play is not working, you need to have another. That's
Oh
the
no,
thing.
don't
That's
get me
why I can
wrong. I
respect him.
agree that when you about the spirit of the club when you said 1-0 to the Arsenal, you're right, and
Yeah,
that's how we and even what JPT said to me as well, like a couple of days ago, but that's how we used to play when we won under Mourinho. You said it yourself. So it's like sometimes we used to grit it out and get the 1-0. But the thing is, the only thing I would say about what was different then compared to now is when we and them back in those days used to grind out a result, it was ground out through playing good football in very difficult circumstances. Nowadays, bro, you can get gifted a goal just by a defender swiping at a ball and missing his kick, which never used to happen back in the day. You think you're gonna move Tony Adams out of the way as he's bringing the ball down, but
yeah.
I understand what you're saying about the core of Arsenal's style about being defensive
No, but
because
it's
we've
not
got
really
that
just
as well.
Arsenal. It's about all the teams. Like people
Mm.
should just stick to what they should just stick to what they've been good at. That's
Yeah,
it.
because what you're
Stop
saying
trying
is
to
they're all
force.
mimicking Arsenal now. They're all copying Arsenal style, trying to be
Yeah,
great
now you see them doing the
pieces.
throw-ins, the corners. I mean, like, brother, like, can you please have a system that works for you, and then implement that, then get the best players that suits that, and then you can go on and win with it. Once you get the experience and then the quality with that, it doesn't make any sense. Let's stop. This is the thing. The teams they will copy anything these days. But let me not talk too much. Let the rest speak.
Well, we'll move on to a positive subject, and I'll start off with TT on this one. TT, like, give me because we've got to talk about him because he's been on good form recently, and he's got 17 goals in the league as far as I know this season. Joao Pedro, man, give me your thoughts on him. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, maybe he's Wi-Fi cut out. All right, JPT, what are your thoughts on Joao Pedro?
Um, yeah, we owe him a big apology because I know there was a lot of people when he joined. They're like, "Well, why are we getting another Brighton player?"
Me?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie,
me too.
me.
Me too. Because we still like wondering like, are we just spending money on him? We're always connected with their players. I mean, who knows how would have worked out with if we supposedly the rumor should what was it like 80 mil, 60 mil for Evan Ferguson. No, thank you. Luckily, we got the Samba ball back with Chelsea with Joao, Estevao, and the rest of our Brazilians. It's working out great. I mean, it's we'll see what happens. I know like he didn't score against Arsenal was the one. Whether or not you want to chalk that down to like the punch from Raya, but as a goalkeeper, Raya was just he's in his space. He was in his zone, so he's playing with the ball. And yeah, to also just answer the part where last topic, because I didn't get a chance to mention it. Anthony Herbert, is right. Here it's boring football under George Graham, but it won us trophies. It's what I mentioned the first thing in the on the first question on the stream today. It's like our Haramba Mourinho style where we park the bus. Hey, they're parking the bus or they're playing defensively and they're just playing for corner kicks. If that's what it takes to win, it gets you a trophy at the end. We always say the same things like it may be anti-football, but that trophy in the cabinet looks nice. So if it wins them the Premier League, then great. If it wins them the Champions League, be interesting.
No, man, no, fuck them, man. Don't copy our style.
Hey, I mean, I don't know if we were this efficient on corner kicks.
Were you talking about Dante, the highest goal scoring centre back in history? Right?
All I got to say to the Arsenal fans is that you're winning with something that you hated us for. Hypocrites.
Well,
that is true.
Everyone hated us for that.
That is true because that is actually I was going to mention that actually, and JK just beat me to the punch because I was actually going to say they still have to admit they're wrong though because if they're doing what we did and they hated us for it because they used to say
and they need to apologize to us.
I don't know.
I mean, to apologize. I remember after we won the UCL, the way they were talking. How can you play? This is not football. How can you play all men at the back and win a UCL like that? This must be the worst UCL win of all time. The 2021. 2021. But 2012 people were saying, but at the same time, it was the first one, so they understood. But this one specifically, they were like, oh, how can you sit back for the whole game? This is not football. This is a robbery. Hand the trophy to City, a lot of them. So now you're doing that football to win. Okay.
I mean, it could have been more. I mean, Christian Pulisic missed that one-on. Well, if you call it a one-on-one.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did when he was through on the right and he missed.
Yep, exactly.
Even Tuchel was on his knees for that one. I remember that one.
Yeah, and then the narrative. Although lots of Chelsea fans hate Havertz, the narrative wouldn't be that he just scored a goal because he would have gotten an assist for that. He's the one that created that chance, and then
Timo Werner. I remember in the first half of that game actually, Timo Werner should have been put us 1-0 against Man City. He had that great chance, and he had completely miskicked it, and he was like,
he hit the
left-hand side. I was like, "You son of a bitch!" Like,
leave it to the other.
I think that's what it is. It's just where. It's not really it's counter-attacking football when you make the best of it. But the difference between the Mourinho style when he first turned up and brought that style compared to the Arsenal style is we implemented it a lot better with better quality football. And I'll tell you why. Because if you look at Arteta's first trophy-winning season, if this is it, and you look at Mourinho's first, the amount of teams we absolutely demolished, including Newcastle, Fulham, whoever else 4-1, because we demolished a lot of teams in Mourinho's first season, people forget about that old part of the bus.
Mourinho wasn't actually the next Invincibles after that. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, one game away from it, bro. If he just that Man City, and who scored the goal against us? Nicholas fucking Anelka. But where's the divine funny about that? Later on, he helps us achieve our first double. So there you go. Like that's divine intervention for you. But like one thing about a lot of people forget about Mourinho. I remember we beat Fulham 4-1. We beat bloody Man United 3-1 at Old Trafford. We beat City. We beat Liverpool both games. We drew with Arsenal both games. But, we beat Spurs both games. Like, we scored I think we scored 4 goals in a Premier League game 10 times that season against opposition. And that lovely little goal Drogba and Robin and all not get involved in against Newcastle. It's almost like a poster goal that season. Like when you see the little flick from Drogba to Robin and he shoots it underneath, I think Shea Given. So, I understand what JK is getting at when it comes out the system, but if you actually look at the football we played under both Mourinho seasons, if you like, if you look at the first stint and the second, bro, the football they were playing compared to what we were playing were Oscar and Hazard and Fabregas and.
By the way, I'm not saying that Mourinho did not play fluid football. I think we played really good football under Mourinho.
Yeah, so do I.
All the defensive nonsense. Because if you look at it, the attack was very, very fluid when it came to counter-attack.
Exactly,
That's the
bro.
thing. It wasn't just sit back and just. we just had many ways of attacking. It was like the defending was there, but we did it most of the times just to seal out the game. That's the thing. That was the only
Mhm.
bit. But then if you look at it, the way we started the games is like we had this fluid. We had this fluid way of attacking where Drogba will just, we as you said the flicks, and then you had Lampard as well. Man, it was really
Good
good. But
Johnson
yeah,
as well. Don't forget about Ida, and don't forget about the man William Gallas, bruv. People forget the most clean sheets by a centre back partnership in Chelsea history is still Gallas and Terry, bro. People forget about people sleep on that guy so much, and we played this guy at left back most of the season as well.
yeah,
So
Dallas was good,
people
man.
sleep on William Gallas. He's arguably one of the greatest defenders we ever actually had. He was better than
Yeah, he's
Desai.
one of them.
And he was arguably better than John Terry at one point. And I don't give a shit. Oh, but John Terry. No, fuck that. Gallas at his peak, if you actually look at him side by side with Terry, even in the season beforehand, 2003, 2004, when he's with Terry as well, Gallas is a serious defender, and he can use both feet as well. That's a lot of people forget about William Gallas. He could go right and left. And that was the thing.
Mm.
You could play left back, you could play right back, you could play centre back, and you'll do a good job at all three. And that's what. Who remembers that goal against Tottenham in the second season when he comes in off the left flank and he shoots outside the box? Does everyone remember that? And he runs to
Was it
Mourinho. Mourinho grabs him. Do you remember?
was it away?
It was away.
Yeah, okay, I
And we
remember.
had that blue and gold kit. Do you remember? And he runs down to Jose Mourinho shouting at him, and then Jose shouts back at him, and they end up cuddling each other. It was quite funny. Because I think Mourinho said it was like, he said he couldn't do any good job from left back, and then he scores a goal like that, and that kind of, you know what Jose would have been like, bigging up his own psychiatry. But yeah, but I do understand what you're saying now about the heritage of like the way whoever's winning the league, everybody tends to copy, regardless of that style. So I do understand JK's original point, but there are some teams that have their own style. You know what I mean? Look at Leeds, for example. They're a little bit dirty. They're kind of how West Ham used to be. You know what I mean? They'll rough you up a little bit. That's how they got the better of us, because we've got smaller players compared to some other teams. So they roughed us up a bit to get them up. That's how you do this Chelsea team in a bit. You know what I mean? Like you use your physical size, set pieces, you bully them a little bit. This is not a big team, is it? You know what I mean? Like Enzo, he may be a strong-ish player, but he's not huge. You know what I mean? You stick him against someone like, I don't know, who's a bit of a beast in midfield, like maybe an Elliot or someone like that. I don't know, someone who's a bit strong, or Anderson even. From like size isn't what we have in our team at the minute, is it? Not really. Because the Lap I would say was one of the biggest, but he's a headless donkey, man. No, it's true, bruv.
Do you
It's true.
remember, Wolfie? You remember the game we had? I think it was Trophy Day, and we won the league. And I think it was the Hazard. It was the Hazard penalty, but he missed it, and then he rebounded and he scored, and we kept it 1-0 throughout the whole game.
Or
Yeah,
PSG. Hey, bro, you
yeah,
want
I
to know a
remember.
good defensive display like that? Who remembers the 2-1 with PSG at home when Demba Ba scored?
Oh,
And the
wait,
amount of times we were doing
what
cutouts and
season?
stuff like that.
Remember what the season was?
I think it was like 2016, 17, wasn't it? Isn't that the year we... No, was it? It's either the year we
It
won
was
the league with
14,
Mourinho again,
14,
or
15.
the year after.
It was 14, 15, no?
Was it 14, 15? When he scored
Yeah.
the second one?
If we said they won the league, the last time we won the league with Mourinho, it was 2015.
Yeah, it was 2014, 15. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So,
it
no,
was
it
that
might have been
season, so-
15, 16. It might have been 15, 16 then.
No, we
might
were
have
10th. That was the bad one.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's hilarious when my boy Lee say he knows more about Chelsea than any Chelsea fan, and I'm like, bro, go head to head with the Wolfgang and you'd get eaten up quick. Okay, fair enough. Big up Lee Gunner. I don't know
And
why.
tell Lee Gunner, I know more about his club than him. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, I said, Lee Gunner, you mother. No, joking. Yeah, but I understand what you were saying about the culture club. It's copycat football. That's the saddest thing about the Premier League. But yeah, but going back onto Joao Pedro, like we'll have a bit of an open discussion about this one. Like, is he the answer to all our prayers when it comes as a striker? And we've got to sort out the rest of the team around him, or what? Like, what's everyone's feeling about this? Don't laugh at me. Hey, what are you laughing behind me and back of my head? You know, it's not nice trying to be a host and you got your own missus smirking at you. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know, man.
Anyone else laughs at getting booted off the street? Don't hit me. Domestic violence on camera. You've been filmed. Sorry. So yeah. Anyone want to chime in with if they think Joao Pedro can be the man for the future, or is he just another one of those ones he's just shining at the moment?
Oh, don't put that in the stratosphere, Wolfie. Come on, man. Don't put that in the stratosphere. We want to believe that he'll be one of them, not the only one. Because the reality is, and I'm not sure because I got disconnected briefly. I know that there's a statistic saying that he's already matched the amount of goals that Jackson scored.
Oh
What was it,
God.
2 seasons ago?
Well, that
No,
ain't
so
hard.
they're comparing it to
The amount of
Drogba.
times Jackson missed the target, bro. That ain't hard.
No, but what I'm saying is that the last time we actually had anything close to that, and Jackson was the one that got closest to it, was Tammy Abraham, and that was in 2019-20. So
Yeah,
you
that
can
was
you can see so you can see it. So you can imagine, and there's still enough games for him to. Realistically, it's not impossible based on the amount of games left for him to get to 20 goals. But I mean, he's offers so much more than this. I don't know, because I remember looking at the Villa game and I was just smiling, especially when he was doing the when I think he headed the ball to try to keep it, and he was just holding up the ball well, and he was using his body as a shield, and you could really see the proper hold of play. My thing is, and this is just me straying slightly, I really wish that Jackson had stayed, because I think Jackson would have benefited from playing with Joao Pedro as well, because
well, I'm
both
not
of
gonna
them
say he
offer
would
that.
have done better than the lap, bro. Jackson
Yeah,
would have done better
100%.
than the lap. We all know that. I'm
100%.
gonna get up with the lap in a minute.
Yeah, so I wish he hadn't given up on his chances of getting game time. I always say I understand why he probably left, because of course, two strikers, or one striker and then one who can play as a striker in Joao Pedro. And then, of course, you have Mark Gu, and then you send Emmanuel Mega as well. So realistically, I don't blame him. I mean, because that's the next thing. We have Emmanuel Mega, who's supposed to come in supposedly next. Well, this coming summer actually.
Yeah,
So
Mega's
so
already
so
here.
right. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. A lot of people are talking about what's that guy's name? Is it Pan? I don't know how to pronounce it. That we got the wrong striker from Strasbourg. But anyways, yeah, I think Joao Pedro has the grounds to be it, but I don't know, man. I've been fed this false dream before, so I think I'm suffering
But he's
from
starting to
trauma.
mark up. No, but the thing is, he's starting to mark up the numbers, TT, and it's in his first season. It's not like Jackson with it. And to be honest with him, Joao Pedro has had to be patient as well. He's had to wait for his chance to be played up as a number 9 consistently, and he's finally got it. And it seems to be something that maybe Mascarera was missing. What's Liam getting out of him? Yeah, bro, Mascarera, like, because I'm worth it. Like, what's he getting out of him that he couldn't? You know what I mean? Because just be honest though, because it's been quite a remarkable flipper run for Joao Pedro under Liam Rezalaneri, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think was it 8 goals in 12 matches or something like that?
Yeah, bro, this guy's
That's
been
not
on
even
fire,
the
bro.
assists too.
It's like he's playing NBA 97 and he's on fire. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
shakalaka.
Yeah, boom, shaka. Yeah, only true G's of NBA will know about that one.
Mhm.
He's on fire. Used to
But
break
yeah,
the net.
Pedro's looking good. I mean, we're not gonna miss Jackson. I know he's gonna come back for this summer. We're gonna send him.
Yeah, I think Bayern are definitely not buying him. That's
Bayern ain't buying.
how heartbreaking for him, though, bruv. And that's the thing I will say. Sorry about Jackson as well. He was already kind of half sabotaged at his new club because it kind of. Oh no, we're not gonna play him enough for him to be bought. It's like, oh fuck, man. It just reminds me of what's that? You got these cheeseburgers, man.
I mean,
You know what I mean, though, JPT. You know,
yeah,
like, it's like kind of he's set up already. Like, it's like, oh shit, like this guy's already in a position where they're hoping he doesn't succeed because they just want to have him as a utility player. But I do agree, though.
Apply though, same issue is still occurring over there because he squanders his chances. You know, if you're getting beat by, isn't he getting outperformed by their teenager? Was it Leonard Carl?
Don't know.
Because
might be.
they have a talented kid, and I was like, look, if you can't even beat out a kid at your supposedly, I'm not sure if it's natural because we brought him as a winger, um, then you just suck. I'm sorry. I mean, yes, you were there. You had a good seasons or a good season with us, but not enough to be like, wow, you're gonna be our reliable number 9. Joao Pedro's already outscoring you, and then now they're doing the comparisons of like, oh, Joao Pedro scoring more goals in his first 30 games than Drogba did. Okay, calm down. Drogba was also in a tougher league, or like Premier League with a tougher time. Now,
Mhm.
like as we mentioned, the quality of defending has gone down, but
Yeah, Jackson's got 5 goals for Bayern in all competitions this season,
that's
which is
more
not
than I thought.
more than the lap, bro.
Well, the lapse in judgment of that guy is also. I mean, thankfully he was also just out for 30. Maybe things can turn around for him, but I mean, we can sell him off and make like a 5 million profit.
What's the story? How is everyone else feeling on the lap? And JK, and chime in with that Joao Pedro feeling, man. What's your feeling on him as well, man? Don't go quiet there, brother.
To be
Because
fair, I really like him. He's a good striker, to be honest. And I said, Wolfie, even it was last season. We spoke about buying strikers, at least from these teams like Brian. Okay, not all the time it works out. Hear me out. I know that. But then there's some strikers that you can see have the ability. And I thought Joao Pedro was that, and he's doing really, really well. And another person I liked, I watched him today, was Strand Larson. Um,
Yeah,
but the thing I wasn't
I've been
really.
talking about Stan Larson for ages, man.
yeah, you were
Yeah, it was you, Wolfie, that was saying it a lot. And if you look at it, like
Norwegian
yeah,
fox.
I've always said like not to bring him into a bit too straight, but like
Who said that?
Me,
who said
those
that?
Norwegian folks know how to play striker.
Yeah, but like with Strand Larson, what I was saying is that obviously he can't really make the big step up now. But let him marinate at Crystal Palace for a bit.
No, but bro,
We're
he's
gonna see the
25.
best.
You know, he's not no pop. That's what I like about it. That's why, bro. I don't understand. This is my key frustration. There are players that have been on the market for cheap. How much did Palace buy him for? 30.
Yeah,
35. It's like, bro, all it, Donnarumma for 20 million,
Mm-hmm.
Mark Gee for
exactly.
30, Strand
But
Larson for
then
35. Like, these guys are all cheaper deals than like Palmer, and like they're like,
But then,
oh,
Wolfie, this is where we kind of need to be careful. But at the same time, there were strikers that kind
careful.
of looked good. Yeah, no, yeah, let me tell you why. There
What's
were
the wait?
strikers that looked good. This is why we ended up with the lap. Sometimes they're kind of like risky.
Strand Larson
So
is older, man. And he's got more experience than the lap, bro. The lap had
I
one season
understand,
with
but
Ipswich. This guy's been in the Premier League a couple of years, man, with Wolves. Because he
How
was
much
I
did
there low, and
understand.
then he was permanently bought.
Mateta
I
go
understand
for
that.
it for AC Milan? Sorry, JK. Just want to know that
Oh,
I think
one.
it
go
was
on.
like 37, wasn't it?
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Hang on.
And JP mentioned about what's it called, the strikers. I think strikers coming in and getting more goals than Drogba. Let me tell you something. If the lap has got more goals than Drogba in his first season at Ipswich, then what? It doesn't
Exactly.
really make any point.
Exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I've seen like stuff about like, oh, Joao Pedro's got more
It
goals. That's
didn't
like
happen,
calm
JPT.
down.
He's still at Palace. According to this, his move collapsed. He's still at Palace.
Okay, but they were
That's
gonna
all.
buy him for 37.
In issue with his knee, he failed his medical. He said that is the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh well.
No move for him. But to be honest though, he kind of ratted Palace out a bit. You know,
He did.
I don't like the situation with Mateta and how he treated Palace, man, because they gave him a trophy, and I feel that's why Glasner's had enough of that particular project, bro. Because all the players have been taken away from him, and it's just like, why am I going to stick here? Like,
Yeah.
only to get the blame for it and it goes wrong later. Like that's why Glasner was just like, you know what? No, if I'm not allowed to keep my team, I don't want to keep the job. Sayonara. But yeah,
Where did Mateta go, if I may ask?
he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He failed his medical. He's still at Palace, brother. And Strand Larson's going to take his place now because he's already turned on the team and they've already bought his replacement. So their answer to
So
him is going to be,
Mateta's not even,
you can
he's been
rot, bro.
frozen out the squad.
He's frozen out.
Yeah, he froze
Oh,
himself, bro.
wow.
That's why you don't open your mouth in the middle of a season, bro, because you end up killing your own options. This is why I never rated players that go, "Wah, I deserve a move because I won an FA Cup." Wah, it's like, yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah.
I like Mateta, don't get me wrong. I
By
think
the
he's a good
way,
player. Don't do that, bro. And Strand Larson, I think he's a versatile player. He's a headache. He's a bit lanky, but he's strong. He's yeah. Okay, he's kind of not as technical, kind of a bit like Crouchy back in the day. He can be a handful. That's what I like about him.
Yeah,
Like, you don't
he
have
is.
to be necessarily a beast. You can be a handful, bro. And that's what Crouchy and players like him are. They're a handful, and they're good in the air as well. And we need a
He's
guy
your
who's good.
typical he's your typical fox in the box. That's the thing with Strand Larson. You just don't. You can never know where he's coming from. He's just like he's all of a sudden there.
Well, he's
That's
got
the
a
best
range of
strikers like
ability.
that.
He's got
But
a
then a
little
lot
bit
of
of
Scandinavian.
Excuse me?
Yeah, but then a lot of Scandinavian strikers have that ability. I don't know where it is, but they're just so good. Don't see most Scandinavian
So that's
strikers.
slow,
Yeah,
bro. So that's slow, like bringing the knees up high in the snow, bro. I'm telling you, that's why Rocky went there to defeat Ivan
I'm
Drago.
telling you.
Drago!
Those
It's
guys
true,
are
like,
analogy,
yes,
so
bro,
Kenny,
with
what
his
the hell?
knees high up, bro. I'm being serious. I'm not even joking.
What?
All
You
that
go
is
to
snow.
Scandinavian countries about the snow. It's only
No,
no
bro,
snow
there's
about
snow, bro. Look,
Scandinavian
you know, in
countries.
certain parts of Scandinavian countries, there's no nighttime.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
You know what I mean? Like you look outside, it's 11 o'clock at night and it's bright as day, bro. You know what I mean? Where they're at, it's cold. It is
I'm telling
cold.
you,
Sweden,
if
parts
you
of
go,
Sweden, Norway, all those kind of places, bro.
it's true. That's why I respect teams like Bodo Glimt. If they're playing this sort of football in this weather, listen,
But the thing is,
crazy
right?
man.
It goes down to
Yeah.
ability. And going back to the Joao Pedro thing for me with the lap, I think the problem with the lap is because he's had a season in the Premier League already, and you've seen him be effective because he was way more effective at Ipswich than he was for us for some reason. I'm not sure if he played better because he played more on the right for Ipswich, didn't he? And he played more centrally for us. So I think like maybe going out on the right. Maybe if you want a battering ram, play him next to Joao Pedro going out to the right, and maybe someone like a Garnacho on the left. So you give yourself the back four. You give him a different problem in each place, maybe.
And also
But for me,
with the
he's
lap
not
at
an out and out
Ipswich,
striker.
with the
Pardon?
lap at Ipswich, as you said, it's true because he would come off like from the right, left. That's the thing, and also he had so many players to link up from. If you look at he had what's the guy's name? The Irish guy, Smodic.
Yeah.
Smodic, no? Sam
Yeah.
Smodic, yeah. Yeah. He was actually very key to the way the lap plays because he would free roam the area, but then also in counter attacks you can see everyone just has their role. So the lap can just bully some players off the ball, and he was actually very good. That controlling the ball, he was actually quite decent. But then maybe he's just raw. I think he's just raw, to be
I
honest.
think that's a very good point as well. The fact he's raw, because if you look at if you look at the type of player he is, he's in that kind of Diego Costa, wind the players up, get at their feet,
Yeah, he is.
march them out of the way. But the problem with him, when he does the moment, we'll put it this way: when you say Diego Costa is a good example in the sense of when you look at when Diego used to buy players, within a few seconds after that, he's shooting on target to score. Man City against Wolves, when literally he stole the ball off someone's foot and barged them out of the way and just went bang. That's his game, bro. He'll upset a defender. He'll get amongst them and scrap with them, and then boot the ball into the back of the net. But the thing is with the lap is he ends up in positions where because his touch is not particularly good, his control is not particularly good. Sometimes he gets pushed wide. When he uses that physical attribute, look at him against Villa yesterday when he was running to the right. He was buoying people out of the way, but by the time he's finished trying to fight somebody off and he's running off to the right, the ball will go out for a goal kick or someone else's possession. You know what I mean? I think you got a channel. You know where I would like to see him, right? And okay, this may sound dumb, but I wouldn't mind seeing him deeper in the center of the pitch, supporting
I hear it. I agree with you.
Almost like a number 10, and let him play off Joao Pedro. So when Pedro's got the ball, he can go in front of him or to the sides of him.
I agree with you.
Be an outlet.
That's the sort of player he needs to be. I feel
Because
like
there was a guy, a certain guy that used it. I don't know if anyone remembers it. A certain player that played for Villarreal who was quite a stiff guy and he was quite big without realizing. A certain Raquel. Yeah, Marino as well. Do you remember Raquel? He was a big Argentinian number 10, bro, and he used to go ahead of the strikers, and he used to finish, and he used to get 15, 20 goals a season, bro, because he used to he had Diego Forlan. How can I forget Diego Forlan, bro?
But then
Like,
you know what it is, Wolfie. Yeah? I sympathise for strikers like Delap because if I'm gonna be honest, this is where I have to be accountable. Because listen, I do play football, but I'm a right back. But the
mm,
thing is with me, if I was playing striker, I'll
Way.
no, no, but if I let me tell you something though, Ty. Like if I was playing striker, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll be playing a similar way to Delap. I'll be using my body more because I'm quite like big and heavy boned, innit? So yeah, I hear it because like there's sometimes is his build as well. I feel like he's a bit heavy boned. He's a bit like hench. So if you want like the technical side of him, you're not really gonna get that respectfully. So yeah, he's gonna use his body more. That's his best, let's say, strength. And if you look at Mikel Antonio as well, he was someone like that as well, Wolfie. You know Mikel Antonio? He's someone
yeah,
like
yeah.
that as well. Yeah, like the difference is he was more clinical and he had a bit of technicality to him. I'll compare my I'll compare myself to, Mikel Antonio if I was playing striker, but I'm not a striker. But yeah.
Bro, he's the Jose Bossingwa of the Blues Brothers, man.
Yeah, but that's my thing with the lap. So I kind of do sympathize for him, although I get
No,
frustrated
no,
with him back
I
too.
just think that his trade's being applied into the wrong part of the pitch. Because, like I said, if you're going to do that and be a strong man, if you like, you're going to have to do it in the right places at the right times. Otherwise, you're going to end up looking like he does a lot of the time, is when you're fighting players and sometimes you win the ball, sometimes you don't, but fuck all happens regardless. Because another thing, like you mentioned as well, I think was quite important, which the lad doesn't get when he's scrapping, is support. When he
Doesn't
does get
exactly.
the ball, when he does get the ball further up the pitch, which isn't that often because his control does let him down. You can improve it. I'm not saying he can't because there is potential there. There's still any player that's 22. You can like one man's trash is another man's gem, man. Trust. There's someone that will get the best out of him, but he needs to apply his trade more cleverly. Shall we say? He needs to do it a bit more smart. He needs, and that's the one thing. Like I don't know if anyone saw it, yeah, about the John Obi Mikel podcast recently when he had Diego Costa on there, and he said about I was a very physical player when I came from Atletico Madrid, but it's when I started watching Didier Drogba and all the positions that he was getting and how he would engage the centre backs. Yeah, he could be physical like me, but he was physical in a different way. He would more control the centre back, where I would more smash into him. So I learned a bit of that off Didier. You know what I mean? Like I adapted and I think Delap's the same. You've got to learn to put the graceful with the bang, if you like, instead of the bang with the graceful. Because unlike most players nowadays in the Premier League who are strikers that can't really be physical with against two centre backs when push comes to shove, Jackson couldn't do it for us. I think Delap can do that sort of job, but in terms of being a top player, he's got a lot to prove. I don't know. I don't know what TT's opinion is or JPT's opinion is on him in terms of maybe a loan here, a loan there, maybe trying to get him to clear his head.
Yeah, alone would be good for him. Like seriously,
I
I
don't
think
know.
alone would be good.
But the thing is, going back to Joao Pedro, the one thing I like about him is he can use both feet and he can use both feet well, which is the opposite of obviously Delap. Because one thing I like about that, because one thing I like about Joao Pedro, right, and I don't think he gets credit for this, is he could be on the left side, the right side, or the centre, and he's still the same player. Do you know what I mean? He's still that box threat because he can shoot, bruv. This guy can shoot. Look at his goal for us in the Club World Championship. Like when you look at the type of shots that he was just getting on site, bruv, and he was putting it in the angles and stuff. You need a guy like that
Just need to
who
pass.
can pick the spot, bro. Like that quality. Look at Hazard's goal against Man United in the FA Cup, bro. When he just picks the corner and he just stops and he just goes ping like that and he goes right in top right hand corner. For me, that's what Henry lacked. The Drogba controlled strength. Well, bro, Henry had that technical dribbling ability and that pace, bro. Because I'm not being funny. When it comes to Henry put players on their ass. Just ask Jamie Carragher. Thierry Henry, bro. That guy, that's another guy that could use both feet, and he was scary with both feet, bro. Don't get me wrong, Drogba was a monster in terms of being a battering ram. And in a cup final, I'm sorry, I'll take Drogba over Henry every day of the week. Because the only time Henry was ever been relied on in a cup final, he blew it. I'm sorry. I don't know if he was injured in that Barcelona Champions League final. Drogba, he got 11 goals in 11 cup finals. So he didn't score in every single one, but he did get 11 goals because didn't he score twice against you lot in the Carling Cup final in like 25? No, is it 6, 7? When John Terry got booted in the face. So it kind of started with Arsenal actually. His cup run, his goal scoring run. Then it went into Man United as well at Wembley in the FA Cup, and so on and so on. Henri, not Drogba. What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. You'd have to get someone to check. Here you go, baby girl. It's a statistic. How many cup finals did Thierry Henry score in? Because in a cup final, I ain't seen no one play better in cup finals than Didier Drogba. If anyone can actually come out with a striker that turns up more than Didier Drogba in a cup final, please let me know. Because as far as
I
I
think
know,
what DJ was saying was, for me, what Henry lacked was Drogba's content, strength, and I kind of agree, to be honest, to an extent. But I feel like Henry was he was all right physically as well on the ball.
yeah, of course he was. The thing is that with him though, he had mad skill, bro. He'll bend up like 5 guys. And I'll
Oh,
tell you
he's
what,
really good. Yeah.
the one thing that was good about it when Robin first dropped, for example, and he was doing all the kind of dummies, but he was putting people in. Bro, when Arjen Robben, before he got that knee injury again, when he first turned up in the Premier League, oh my days, bro. The amount of feints, dummies, the way he used to drop in on the left-hand side, bro, he used to twist man inside out. I'll never forget that Fulham goal when he puts about 5 of their defenders at the back. Go watch Arjen Robben's footwork when he comes on against Fulham, when he comes back from his injury, and he bends up 5 man and he puts about 3 of them in the arses, then goes round the goalkeeper and then slots it in, and he beats Lampard to the ball because Lampard's trying to shoot and Robben gets to the ball first. Bro, Arjen Robben, but that guy could bend people up too. And he was ridiculously quick with that funny like arm out sort of like pterodactyl pose he had when he used to run. And Van Persie as well, bro. Van Persie had it as well. All those Dutch players that were left-footed, and they used their left foot. They had that weird posture where they had their arms up. My arms turned into a pretzel watching Robin play. Well, bro, we all knew, bro. No offense, when it comes down to being a left-footed winger that cuts in from the right-hand side, you can talk about Salah's, Saka's, whatever. Robin's the benchmark when it comes to that because everyone knew if you let that guy cut in and shoot on his foot, you're fucked. There's only one place that ball's going, and he did it time and time and time again. And he was part of that Bayern team that destroyed everybody. You can talk about great teams, and I think that team that destroyed Bayern, that Bayern team that destroyed Barcelona 8-2 with Lewandowski, Robben, Kroos, all them lot. That team was just disgusting, bruv. All over the pitch. All over the pitch, that team was disgusting, and they had monsters, bro, and they had captains as well, all over the pitch, bro. And they had, oh mate, that Bayern team, I don't think gets the credit it deserves, but I really don't. And it was just after that Pep foolishness as well, and then Pep Guardiola talking about German players can't do this and all that. They can't adapt and play other European styles.
I remember that.
And that's why, bro. That's why Pep's hating him. But people forget, even though Pep won trophies in Bayern Munich, they hate him over there. They actually can't stand him.
No, but he sticks to his word as well. I've realized he's not bought many German players himself at Man City,
Bro, the only one he did have was Gundogan, and he should have stayed gone, bro.
and he's not even German. Let's be honest, he's not. He's Turkish.
Yeah,
he's Turkish.
Yeah, the German team that won the World Cup, weren't they like 6, 7 different countries?
That's true.
That's a game. That's a game. Look at France. I mean, but that's a racial topic, though.
I don't like the stereotype that football has on Germans. It's not really.
But the thing is, but the thing is, though, even regardless of the stereotype, you could always say Germans were about efficiency, bro. That's what German.
Yeah, it was more exactly. That's all it was.
It was efficiency and quality. That was the thing. That was what it was, isn't it? With the Italians, you got tactical football. With the Germans, you got hard-working, efficient football. With the French, you got technical, balling football, just like with the Spanish. With the English, you got the hustle and bustle football, which the Premier League became, where it became a mixture of physicality and speed.
Spanish is tactical as well.
Yeah, well, no, I'd say the Spanish is more technical because they give you a little bit more time on the ball, but not by much.
Both. But yeah, I think I agree with you. Technical.
Because one thing about it is with Spain, they appreciate dribblers out in Spain, where over here we tend to try and break their legs and tackles. So you know what I mean. Like, and what's a foul over here is like classed as assault, and you can get arrested over there, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
you guys would fit in Copa America, the South American tournaments.
No. Yeah, that's the point. The South American, no, they're different. The South American, you'll get some dirty challenges in the South American tournaments.
Exactly. You guys fit just right in. Take that Brexit style football and just be like, yeah, come on.
Baby girls come out with the statistic. I've played in 10 club and international finals, only scored in once. The Confederation Cup final versus Cameroon, 2003.
It was a golden goal.
It was the golden goal he scored. There you go. So he scored one golden goal in 10 finals, and Drogba got 11 in 11, even though one of those he didn't score it. But he won the finals.
Copa America is interesting. I like watching it.
Copa America, the fans have shootouts on the way home, bro. Argentinian, 3 footballs you don't mess with. Argentinian, Brazilian, and Polish. To go to a crack-off derby, bro. They'll have riot gas and shit like that there.
The Brazilian derbies are crazy. Like the
if you want to know about Brazilian derbies, bro, right, go watch
even in Peru as well.
Danny Dyer, bro, he does football factories internationals, bro, and he goes Rio, bro, and he goes to some Parmes and all those little smaller clubs, bro, and they're having shootouts in the bus on the way home. And you see the bullet holes in the glass when they started busting shots at the window, bro. And you got that Brazilian guy. He says, "I almost got shot in the back of the head. Football hooliganism here is a problem, man." It's like, busting shots through the window, bro.
And then also, what's the thing? I don't know, JPT. I think you might know, but then there's a thing that South Americans do with their hands. They wave it in the air and like throw it like
Mexican wave.
Not the Mexican wave. So they have their hand up and they're doing this. Actually,
the camera's off. They're doing this.
We can't see
I'm
you.
in a dark room, so I'm not.
Do. No, but I get you. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what that's called.
Argentinians do it a lot.
All right. If he says grab this, it's the railings. Don't trust him. No, but you're right.
I've got a question. Go on, Wolfie.
No, please. I'm only going to ban it.
Yeah, I've got a question. Obviously, we haven't got really much time, but then it might spark a little debate at the moment. But like, let's say from the year 2017-18 season, this from that until now, European-wise, not Premier League team-wise, but European-wise, what's the best team you've seen? Because I think if you go back to 17-18, you can name many teams, to be honest.
What do you mean? What's the best team I've seen
in the current time?
Over that time period.
Yeah, over that time
period. Or country.
I'll be real. I'll be real with you. All right. I'm not gonna lie. When PSG won the Champions League last year, I was very fond of them, and the reason why is because they were a throwback to what I would call cut and thrust attacking football. It was slightly counter-attack-ish. But the thing is that one thing I liked about PSG, they were the kind of team, though, but when they start getting the better of you, they could get the better of you over and over. It was Luis Enrique at his finest, bro, when it comes to his philosophy. Recycle possession, go again. Recycle possession, go again. And he proved his football without having like the MSN or the CBC or BBC, DVD, all that crap up front. Because when he was at Barcelona, a lot of the people attributed his tactics to the players he's had, the Neymars, the Messis, the Suarez's, and he kind of justified it with a lot of people. He put a lot of players on the map, brother. He put Dembele back on the map. He put all those wingers there, the Baculas and all them on the map as well. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
He's kind of trying in the short time he's been there. And that's what I said about when I made him compared to Enzo Mascherano. When you look at the transformation of the team, when you look at their transformation compared to ours, you know what I mean? Even though they were sticking with mainly French talent, and we've gone to like picking all over around the world. When you look at how he's put them together, structured them, organized the team, players like Vitinha as well. He's a gem. He's one of the best players in world football at the minute for me, Vitinha, because he can do a lot of jobs, bro. He can defend, he can attack, and he's played in the Premier League as well. Another one that got overlooked in the Prem by everybody. Because I'm not being funny. If you want to talk about, Chelsea let go of certain stars at certain times, brother, all clubs in the Premier League have done that. So you know what I mean? Like look at Arsenal. They let Fabregas go. You know what I mean? Look at what he won. He won more with us in England than he did with Arsenal. You know what I mean? That's another thing, by the way, quietly, a lot of Arsenal fans hate us for. The fact that their players come to us and be successful, and our players go to them in the shit. And the thing is that what we hate about that is they get one or two of our legends and then spit shit about our legends, like Czech.
Agreed. That's true.
So this is where the jabbing between Arsenal fans and Chelsea fans also gets a bit different compared to how it is with Spurs, because there's more of a intertwined history between the two of us. But I'm getting a little bit off topic. Gerard. Well, look what Giroud did to Arsenal in the Europa League final in Baku, bruv. He destroyed them and scored the opening goal and set Hazard up.
But then, Wolfie,
And Hazard got all the credit because it was his last game.
Wolfie, one question. How do you rate the Hansi Flick Bayern team? Because I think that's second. I think after PSG's one. Because they were tearing teams apart like crazy.
Yeah, that's the team I'm referring to, Hansi Flick, because that's just before Kroos.
Yeah, like
that's just before Kroos.
I think those were the best teams I've ever seen.
That's just before Kroos, bro. Because that's after they did La Decima, and that's when Thingy left, isn't it? What's his name?
Who? Thiago.
Nah, man, from Madrid. That's when Bale and them lot started to leave, isn't it? He went there when Bale and them started to leave. Because don't forget, Bale, he's been gone from them a while now, bro, and Ronaldo as well. Because that's when Ronaldo went to France. And that's when Benzema became the main man as well. And another guy who gets drastically, stupidly dumb underrated. Karim Benzema, bruv. He was as good as Ronaldo. He was as good as Messi. If you ask Ronaldo who was his favourite player to play with, he's going to say Karim Benzema. You know why? Because he sacrificed his own game so that guy can go into the corner of the Bernabeu and go, ugh! And he did. Because when he went there, he was supposed to be the man. They signed him from Lyon when he was a 22-year-old. And he was supposed to be their main striker, but he sacrificed it and let Ronaldo bloom. And as soon as Ronaldo went, man stepped up and said, yeah, don't worry, I'll bang in 25, 30 a season. And then started scoring relentlessly against us somehow. The one time he didn't, but no, he did. I swear he scored against us, even when we won the Champions League.
He did, when Mendy gave him the ball to directly.
That guy gets slept on massively. Karim Benzema, bro, what a fucking baller he was, and he could play left, right, center too, and he never complained.
And he hit his prime, or he got his notice way later in his career, didn't he?
Yeah, because obviously it was when Ronaldo and Bale and them not left, because who was the one stepping up? Obviously, it was Benzema. He was the one that started smashing in the goals, and he was always capable. CR7 ran to the corner and said, "Wolfie," Joker. But no, there's loads of players, bro. Oh, mate, the amount of examples I can think of players like Van Nistelrooy, Real Madrid Van Nistelrooy. Wow. A lot of people remember Ruud Van Nistelrooy at Man United, but a lot of people don't remember Ruud Van Nistelrooy at Madrid, banging in goals with Raul. I do. I was lucky enough to watch two legendary strikers play side by side, and no one talks about it ever. Raul and Van Nistelrooy together.
Yeah.
Even when you say that now, that's just kind of like, really? I wonder what they did together. They won a La Liga.
Even Van der Vaart.
Van der Vaart at Madrid, yeah. Even before he went to Tottenham. Robin, when he was first at Real Madrid before he started getting injury prone again. Like Kaká, bro. One of the, you know what? Yeah, the best. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. The best player I ever saw on his heyday myself, and I think on his day he was as good as Messi as well. Arguably at the same level, even at something slightly better, was Kaká. And the only reason why that guy dipped off is because he was told by the very club he loved, if you love us, leave. Because we need the money. You know what I mean? Like Real Madrid are willing to pay 80 million euro for you. We've just been done up the arse because of all the financial crisis that a lot of Italian teams went through because of all the fines and stuff, and they got all caught for match fixing in 2006. Then that's why Juventus, when they came back, they go like, hang on a minute, we were the only team relegated. Let's dominate Serie A for like 9 years in a row. Like, that league got really dumb because of all the stupid shit that happened there. But I remember players like Kaká playing there when Pato was Pato as well. When Ancelotti was first bringing that guy through, he was quite. But Kaká, man, the way he walks through that Man United, that's their 2008 defense, you know. Vidic, Ferdinand, all that. He's just walking past them. Van der Sar, he just walks past all of them, bro, and he just slots into the corner. Like Kaká on his day, bro. Oh my god, yeah. I've seen on his day when he got the power he had, the pace, the fact that he could use 2 feet, and the fact he was like Ronaldinho in the sense the sky was smiling all the time. Not many people remember that about. I do. The guy was grinning all the time. That's because he loved playing football and he loved playing. That was one of the greatest relationships destroyed ever in football, all for the sake of money. Was Kaká with AC Milan, because he even said, "I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave. I was happy. I was playing with players I adored, other Brazilians. I had a coach who was absolutely amazing to me in Carlo Ancelotti. Why would I want to go anywhere? We just won the Champions League. Why would I want to go anywhere? Oh, sorry, you got to do this to save the club. Oh, okay then. I'll go for the sake of it." And you know what Kaká's like. He's such a nice guy. He'll leave. If the club tell him leave to save the club, he's going to go, all right, cool, I'll leave. And he was never the same. Shame, man, what happened to him at Madrid. And Madrid missed a trick with him. But that was Mourinho as well. That was Mourinho's fault, because when he's not a Mourinho-esque kind of player. You need a certain kind of manager to deal with. You need a player's manager, not a tactical manager. You need an Ancelotti. You need a Gus Hiddink. You need someone that will get their arm around him and talk to him. And Jose's not like that. Jose will show love, but he's not that player kind of manager. And I think everyone knows what I say about the man management with the start. The difference between a Carlo Ancelotti and a Jose Mourinho is, I think the Jose Mourinho will shout at you, scream at you. Carlo Ancelotti will just raise that. It can happen. It can happen. So in training on Monday, we sort this out, because he'll just raise that left eyebrow, bro, and he'll just like drop a bar or two. And he doesn't. And Carl, that's another guy that doesn't get the credit. Sorry, I'm ranting, but Carlo Ancelotti don't get the credit. He deserves it. I think that's the best manager in the world. And everyone's like, "Oh, talking to Pep." Fuck Pep.
No, because what they'll throw right away is for Carlo, and even though I don't know why this happened, but they'll throw in, "Oh, then why didn't he win anything at Everton?" Because it's Everton.
Bro, like, no offense. You look at many managers. Like, why not all the managers at Man United? You make it. That's applying some dumb logic, bro. Because Everton in recent history don't have the reputation of winning. And I'm not being funny. Everton is still a serious club. Right? When you think about it, Everton, they've just got a new ground. It's high. They're arguably in the same sort of position that Spurs are, in the sense of if they get a bit more investment and a couple of good players.
That's all it is. They just need the financial backing. Because they had the fan base.
They're going to get the stability, because Moisey won't play stupid football. He'll play football that will keep Everton stable. That's why they've been able to go for it. Because think of it, 2 seasons ago, these guys were relegation fodder under Lampard.
That's Lampard.
Well, yeah, but this is what... but it's Lampard. Yeah, exactly. It's Lampard.
Shit.
And that's the thing, like, different... I don't know, man. This is the other thing that kills me about the Premier League. I remember when there used to be good coaches, not because people say about there used to be good players in every team. There used to be some sick coaches in other teams, bro. Like people like Tony Pulis, David Moyes, people that had tactical. Oh, there you go. Big up Tony in the building. Hammers Football TV. If you're not a fan, make sure you become a fan. Catch him on I think you're doing the takeaway this week. Tony, big up to you, man. It's been a while since I've seen you, man. West Ham as well. Look at West Ham. That's another team. Look at their. If they kept their team, half the teams in it, Man United would have been fucked. Spurs would have been fucked. Chelsea would have been fucked. Right? We got all of our players, all of our winners. Think about it. Even Terry, Ferdinand, Carrick, Lampard. We got all of our players from them. Yep. Glenn Johnson, even all those, Joe Cole, all those guys came from West Ham, bro. West Ham were the original English super team. If you want to talk about that they were going to do what we're doing now in terms of having a group of youngsters, another one, Jermaine Defoe, Di Canio, Dean Ashton when he was fit. Dean Ashton, what a robbery that was. I don't know if you guys remember a certain English striker called Dean Ashton around 2004, 2005, 2006. Good player, kind of like a Strand Larson, but he was quicker and he could use both feet and he could hit a ball, bro. This guy destroyed his knee at that 25 at the end of his career, bro. And he was like, I'm telling you, he was like the back in the day equivalent of Harry Kane, or he could be. He was like one of those guys that was slowly building up his reputation, and he could use like both sides of his feet. Like, good to see Tony as well, man. Big up, man. I hope everything's been well with you. I hope everything's been good. Please make sure that you subscribe to Happy Football TV.
Even an era of football, like West Ham were also quite decent. I mean, remember when they had Arnautovic? They had Felipe Anderson. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to those players. And then they had who was the right back that they had at the time? the bold guy, Zabaleta. I know he
Oh, yeah, when
wasn't
they have
young,
a letter,
obviously,
yeah,
but he was
from
still
City.
quite decent. I mean,
I remember they had them.
man, although West Ham might go down, I mean, I remember a lot of the good players they had. I mean,
Oh,
Payet
Ashley
as
Cole
well.
fucking it. It's still a shame, no, Tone, man. Good player, man. Really good
Yeah,
player. Sorry.
West Ham had so many good players, man. I mean,
Bro, you know another
it's
team that was
crazy.
stiff to play, brother, and they had some good players as well? Bro, Bolton.
Oh yeah,
When you
Bolton
have
did.
players like Kevin Nolan and all them, bro, they were so
Okocha as
hard to
well.
play against. Everyone hated playing Bolton, and everyone hated playing Stoke, bro. Teams that would mash you up physically. They would test you, bro. You know what I mean? That's why they say a
Funny
rainy
enough, I
day.
don't, I know Stoke, but I didn't know many of their players. I mean, they had Shaqiri at the time, but
Yeah,
and they
Shaqiri,
had
they had
Arnautovic as
Kratky,
well.
Donautovic as well, yeah, because he
Arnautovic
was
was
there
there
as
as well.
well.
Yeah, but yeah, I
Oh,
can't
man.
lie, they were annoying team to play, but
I
they
hope
were
you get your
kind of our whipping
final,
boys.
bro. I hope you're
Yeah,
well,
They were
me
man.
our
too.
whipping boys though. We didn't really have a problem with them, but for other teams like Man United, man, it was hard, and everyone else.
Our
Yeah,
TT's gonna. But yeah, it's just, man, it's just like this all goes on for what JK was saying about how the football's just disheveled into a bunch of copycats. So but
Yeah,
yeah, but before we go, and I'm going to ask this question quickly, because definitive answer now going back to what we were talking about, Joao Pedro, could he be the man for the future and permanently? Obviously, it's not a God given, yes or no, but do you guys believe he could be? Could he be that guy that starts giving us 20 goals a season? Can he be like a Nelka type for us even?
JK, you want to go first?
nah, I'm doing something at the moment. You wanna go?
Sure. I mean, I think he can be. I mean, he's the best of what we got right now, and that's not saying much because um, like I said, we're gonna have Jackson back, which I think, like I said, from earlier, I think he's gonna be sold or loaned out at the very least. The lap, we'll see what happens with him, but he's been shit since he's joined. Um, and his only competition right now is gonna be a Mega because I think he's gonna be sold right away too because he's not getting any playing time, and unless he gets loaned out to Strasbourg, which I I I think if that does happen, he is gonna want to leave right away. But yeah, we I think this guy can be someone that we could be relying on, put him in the right system, and I think we probably need to switch to a two striker system. Remember what I said? I think we need to go to a midfield three, maybe have Palmer playing more centrally behind what could be Joao Pedro, and either it's Omega, the lap, or whoever is going to be there. Even Garnacho maybe on the left side. I don't know. But I think as long as we have Palmer there to help look for him, Enzo there, even Moises is having a pretty good ball distribution as well when he wants to play long ball. When Levi comes back as well, I mean they know they have a target man. Um, so as long as he stays healthy, I think this guy can hit 20 goals next season. Might be a one-off, but he can do it.
True. TT, what do you think? Do you think Joao Pedro can be that guy that will score us 20 goals a season from the future? Or maybe not?
He's at 14 right now. Shit.
Well, yeah. As far as I know, he's going to hit 15. So I think he's got 17 in all comps.
Yep. Let me see. I'm surprised he had 14 just in the league itself.
How about you, JK? Are you there? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm
Either
back. I'm back.
say what about you? What's your feelings on Joao the man? Can he be that guy for the future? If fingers crossed everything goes well.
You know what? I really like Joao Pedro, but only time will tell, isn't it? I don't want to make any bold predictions, but we'll see, innit?
No. Just give me your
But
gut feel or your wish even.
I think he can. I think he can. I wish, and this
That's
is what
fair.
I think. I think he can, to be honest. Yeah, I
Nothing
think
wrong with
he's.
being hope, bro. You know what I mean? We all hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Rebellions
then,
are
guys, I
built
have
on
to
hope,
go.
man.
You know what I mean? You gotta have a dream for a dream come true.
Exactly. I have a dream, man. Martin Luther King's words, man. Yeah, but yeah, guys.
Really out of
Thanks
Charlie
for
in the Chocolate Factory.
100.
But yeah, TT, are you there for a final part of the conversation, or
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. My
oh, there
connection
he
has
is.
been moving mad. Ah,
Is it? All right. Well, you're with us now. What about you? What's your gut feeling? Do you hope Joao Pedro can keep it up, be that 20 guy a season person, or do you want somebody else?
Damn, that's a very tough question. Because I still think we need a. I think we have so many strikers at Chelsea. Well, not I say so much, but we have strikers at Chelsea. Some yet to come in, but I feel as if I have this belief that Joao Pedro will just get better. He's what 25, 20. Yeah, I think he's 25 now, or is he going to be 25?
25.
One of the two, or is he going to
Yeah.
be 20? I don't remember. But yeah, he's getting closer to his peak years, and he's always been that type of player from Watford days and all that. So I'm trusting that he'll get there. And as I was saying before, I got disconnected prior. There's still enough games for him to get to 20 goals in the league. He's close to getting to 20 goals overall because I know he has 17, I think, in all competitions. So it's not bad. I know that he has 12. Was it 13? No, what am I saying? Anyway, he's going to when he goes now. I don't even know how much he has in the league right now.
Well,
But
JPT in a minute ago, he's got 14 goals in the league, and I think he's got 17 and all.
That's correct.
yeah, so 14 in 29 matches. So that's not necessarily bad. It's the statistics will make it look like he's getting 2 point something per game. But well, I'm trusting that he'll at least finish with 20 goals, and I believe that he'll only get better because of his capabilities, his capability of holding up the ball well and standing his ground and all that. So I'm trusting he will, but I still believe we need somewhere that can keep him on his toes so he doesn't get complacent because right now he has nobody to compete with, in all honesty. So
Yeah, he needs
I think
competition. Yeah, he needs competition, 100%.
yeah, so yeah, but I don't know. I'm not sure about Omega. I know he's supposed to come in the summer, but I don't know. He's been injured for it, so I don't even know what kind of player we're going to be getting now.
Oh God.
Well, it's not like we ain't got enough striker. Okay, is it in it? Are you kind of sold on the idea that you want to integrate Jackson back into the team? And JPT, how are you feeling about that? Do you want to see it happen again? I don't mind seeing him back into the team because for me, he got nearly 15 one season, 12 another. He's still, 23, 24? So, if he's on the books, why not?
I mean, then you could have said the same thing about Sterling. I mean, it's
No. Sterling he's washed up.
yeah, he's done. He's done. But I'm saying like
He's gone
he was,
anyway.
he's
contract
gone
is
now.
terminated.
He's gone to Feyenoord. But do I want it to happen? Only if you is sold and Delap is facing injury because this guy or suspension because he has a issue with both. But I think the relationship with him and Chelsea, Jackson and Chelsea, is done for sure.
Oh, so you reckon they're bringing someone to replace him?
For Jackson?
Yeah.
No, I just think he's just gonna be sold or loaned out again because he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, he made that clear when he refused to return from Bayern. So yeah.
The guy misses too many goals, misses chances, misses a door. He almost missed his flight to Germany. I mean, this guy just keeps. The guy is actually isn't that what happened? Oh, not he missed his flight.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
They made him do a U-turn in the plane. They're like, you're not gonna depart. The man had a Tom Hanks moment, like Terminal. It was a man with no country.
Kokovia.
Yeah. It's for the goats. I mean, we'll see what happens with Jackson.
Oh,
if he comes back, it's not. I'm not mad at having an option there.
To get $1 so I can go get a burger, bro. Oh, Kokovia. Sorry.
TT, what do you think?
Yeah.
Or JK?
Well, JK's gone. I don't know why JK split, but he's gone. Maybe he lost connection or something. I don't know.
It is
but
getting late.
Well, I don't know about if I know he followed with Maresca, so I don't know if I don't know because I know he followed with Maresca, so and of course he's no longer here, so I don't know. The thing is, as I said earlier, I think I think if he had stayed, especially for a period like this, I think he would have done very well with a player like Joao Pedro up top because he could play off him as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well because it's someone that he can Oh, sorry. It's someone who can play off.
Yeah, yeah, and the funny thing is, because I remember hearing that Liam Delap was being played wide. I think was it against Arsenal? I don't know who it was. I think it was in a cup competition. He was playing wide. So I'm saying, can you imagine if you had Jackson, you could do that because Jackson can do very well as a wide forward type of player. So I don't know. It's only if you want. I'm not opposed to it. Though. I'm not opposed to him returning if he's willing to, and if the club is willing to look into that. But I don't know. I don't really see it happening. We've signed strikers since he left as well, and we're supposedly want some other ones as well. So I don't know. I just feel like it's that chapter is closed. But I think it would have really been a player to have right now because even if he doesn't score, he'd still be linking up well and offering something.
He used to run
on that
quite a
left
lot,
side.
and he used to get behind quite a lot as well, which people forget. This guy used to get in behind quite a lot, which is something that's kind of disappeared from us a bit since he's gone. So I agree with you there. He'd be an option. That's what I said. Maybe the possibility of him coming back, but maybe with Enzo Mascalera going, maybe it's possible. He's still contractually obliged to be at Chelsea, so if Bayern don't buy him, he has to come back to us whether he wants to or not. So why not? There's been turnarounds before. We've had players that have been upset and they've turned corners, so you never know. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Pardon?
Just no more bomb squad, please, because that just means that we
technically speaking, all the ones. Who's the only one out of the bomb squad still at the Diassi on loan, isn't he? Other than that, there's no bomb squad.
But everyone's saying we can't do this again.
Ultimeka's gone. All those guys are gone now. So, Broya, all those guys are gone. So, the thing is, that's the other thing I'm not sure about this as well. The other thing that the signings the club make, you sign an 18-year-old Brazilian or whatever else, and he comes to you in 2 years' time when you may or may not get the same player. Yeah, man, I don't like all this crap about you sign a guy for 2 seasons, he stays in Brazil, and he comes back. We'll see benefits of that with Esteval, maybe Kennedy Perez as well. We'll see. Because there's so many guys from Strasbourg that have got to come back as well. How many players of ours have they got? 5?
In CISO, Natalie, they have a mega.
Kennedy Perez.
And do they have Chilwell? Or no, Chilwell's in Marseille. And I think that's it. Unless we send Quenda over there, but I think they're going to utilize him right away.
Oh, well. That's another one who looks all right. Quenda as well, but that's another guy who we'll see if he actually develops and becomes a decent player.
The injury made me worried. His injury makes me worry about what player is going to come back, though. So I'm not sure, man. It's just always injured players, man.
Ain't that the story of Chelsea's life, isn't it? Over the last 4 or 5 years. But look, we're going to wrap this up. Big up to everyone who's been part of the conversation. Big up to TT. Big up to JK. JK said he had to bounce because it was getting late, so fair enough. We've been going nearly 2 hours anyways. Big up to, obviously, Hammers Football TV. Big up, Tony. Good to see you, brother. Hope you've been well. DJ Crane, big up to you. Obviously, baby girl with the statistics about Henry. Drummer wins that one. Anthony Hibbert in the building as well. You're right. Stepsy. Who else did we have? We had Bargav as well earlier. We had Rosie as well. We had Dams in the building. Big up to you, brother. We had Miss Melina in the building, everyone's favourite Canadian. Big up to her. Ace is in the building. Wolfie, you mean Northside, a.k.a. Joao Pedro.
Acers was on one today. In the chat.
Yeah, he was making me laugh though because he was just coming out with that Portuguese thing, innit? Because that's all it was really. Yeah, man. Big up to all you beautiful people. Big up to JK as well. Obviously, you split. Big up to Chelsea Sessions as well. TT, my partner, who isn't in class today, who managed to join us today, which was nice. Even though his connection was going in and out, but still nice to have him. And final thoughts, boys? You got any streams coming up, TT?
Well, I was actually planning to do a stream in a couple of hours about if Tottenham will get relegated.
TT, that could be a short. Is Tottenham getting relegated? Yes. Boom.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm planning to do that. That's why I'm planning to start the stream by saying, will they go?
They lost in a row, bro. The amount of London derbies they lost in a row is a killer, bro. They lost to Crystal Palace, they lost to Fulham, and they lost to Arsenal all in a row.
Didn't lose to Brentford too?
Oh yeah, I remember Phil.
Oh my! Not even they've been on a losing streak up for.
Long may it continue, bro. That's why I said, bro. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, you all got in championship.
Suck it, Conor Gallagher.
What the thing to have on your CV? What you went for?
I went to Atletico Madrid to Spurs. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, what's the story?
Spurs. That's it.
The boy, he's a real boy who had a dream.
Hey, bro, remember, man, remember. Spurs beat us to Xavi Simons, bro. I bet he's been loving it ever since.
I was going to stop myself there. I was going to like, oh wait, that's going to sound really bad out of context.
Bro, remember they beat us. Bro, remember they beat us to a player that we never even bid for, bro. Remember that, man. Like, their signing and recruiting department so far ahead of ours that they managed to bid for a player that we never bid for, and somehow, some way, we didn't get him because we didn't bid for him. It's amazing how the world works, isn't it? I wish I could go to a store and get a TV I didn't pay for, and someone says, "Oh, but that's his," He didn't pay a penny for it, but it's his. Like, he was in the running for it, so I think he's got a shout to it. I would love to see what they sell to me in Selfridges. They'll probably tell me to go fuck myself. But there you go. That's just the Spursy way for you. They won a trophy. Can you imagine that? How many teams have won a trophy and get relegated immediately the season afterwards?
A European trophy at that.
That's what happened. I mean, it's called being a real champion. You have to allow everybody else to get the time in the sun.
Come on, man.
God has a funny sense of humor. He said, "I'll get you a European trophy."
But no, you know who's the one laughing? You know who I actually feel good for, and I bet he's sitting there pointing his feet. And if you haven't watched it on the overlap, Ange Postecoglou.
Oh
he
yeah.
must be pissing himself, because he keeps his record of winning a trophy in his second season at every club he's been at, and he still managed to get out of there with no disrespect. He got there, bruv. Imagine this is the genius of Ange Postecoglou, bruv. He managed to win them a trophy and get in the Champions League football in the bottom 10. That's wizardry. That's fucking wizardry, bruv. That's magic. Thanks for a good stream. Yeah, we did big you up, JK. I promise you, brother. We just bigged you up. Good night, brother, man. Stay safe. Yeah, so watch out for TT's video, then Chelsea sessions. I put the link in the description there in the old chatteroony there. So if you want to see him about bantering Tottenham, yeah, go on. Go to TT's channel, banter Tottenham. Get in there where the going's good. We might never see anything like it again. Get it? I suggest you, as Bob Marley would say, strike with the iron hat.
And if the cap fits, who the cap fits, let them wear it. Who the caps fit, let them wear it, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, mate. And this is the same fucking team that after were at North London forever and all that shit with a couple. Oh, football, man. Jesus. It's become a laughing clown jester version of itself. It really has. But anyway, everyone, hang on. And Hammers TV and Bargav also. Yes. Big up to you, JK, for shouting them out as well. Yeah, but big up to everybody. It's been a good, fun, long stream. It's been a while since we've had it. So thank you, JPT. Thank you, TT, for joining us. And have a good night. Has anyone else got anything they want to drop in quickly?
No, that's it. Just hopefully we beat Wrexham.
Hopefully we beat. Oh, there you go. We got to hope we beat Wrexham. Fucking sheep shouts. Never mind. Anyway, that wasn't a racist comment. It's just hearsay. It's just what I've heard. Thanks, certified. What was that? That's not there. It's somewhere else. All right. All right. Well, yeah. Don't listen to what Jesus said. You're welcome, brother, and it's good to see you again, my guy. I hope you have a good one and a good evening. Good luck with the job as well. Stay safe. Take care. We are out, people. God bless. Peace.